Saturday, my dudes. Got the Kirby ready. Deaf, Dumb, and THICC. Let me put that out on Twitter. Yeah, you can hear my cat. Mickey boy. There you got. Got a new water bottle. Just wanted to finish this one up. Alright. We're getting there, my dudes. We're getting close to the first kiss, I'm guessing. I'm only gonna guess that it's gonna be on Just gonna wait for some people to come in. Anyone. Please. Been recently playing some Rainbow Six Siege. It's a fun game. I kind of miss it. Anyway, yeah, so we got some people already. Hello. So one thing I noticed about the main menu now that I'm going down a second route, it does track all the routes. So it's not gonna be like, oh, you can only do one route and it will only track that one route. Obviously, because there's so much fucking screen space right now. I am so sorry, Mickey. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I accidentally hit it with my notebook. Oh my god, I feel like this poor person. Anyway, I'm gonna go get my ASL book. Brush up on it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Oh! Let's see. Hello, my name is How are you? My name is Freelance7. Just get a little learnings in you know? Gotta get you to think. Sorry. Yeah, so let's get started, shall we? Past imperfective. Next, I end up having to hunt around a bit at the start of lunch when I find that my usual vending machine, there has been sold out of my usual favorite canned coffee. The detour takes longer than I expected. Things have been so hectic lately that it takes some time for me to register why something smells different as I walk through the school gardens back to the cafeteria. The grass has been freshly mowed. Realization makes me pause and watch for a bit. The odd group of students chatting or playing around on the grass, and a couple of teachers conversing on the path ahead make for an very idyllic scene. Unfortunately, a feeling of imminent dread starts creeping up on me after a while. The feeling that I'm not alone. Fuck! Hey, Sal, is that you? Yeah, it's me. Guess I should be happy it's him and not, say, a slasher. Kenji begins sucking as if he's having a conversation with someone other than me. Knew it. That haircut's unmistakable. No person would have a haircut like that. Only a visual novel protagonist. Consciously, I start touching the back of my head. Once I realize what I'm doing, I feel insulted, yet too surprised to even get indignant about it. Yeah? What are you doing here? Measuring the temperature. Winter will come soon. It would be too cold for women to go out and have their Sex in the City style power lunches, followed by obstructive human wave formation walks in crowded urban areas. When this happens, man will be able to walk the streets unfettered once again and reclaim what it is, his heritage. I'm pretty sure I did hear somewhere, yeah, that women aren't as tolerable of the cold as men are. I don't know, possibly. To think of that in a biological standpoint, it could possibly just to get men and women to have sex, because body heat is very nice. But I mean, it does suck. But it's also caused women to go like, men turn down the thermostat too much. This is so sexist. That kind of, there's actually been an article that complains that using the thermostat is a sexist ideal, or something close to it. Yeah. Anyway, how is anyone doing, by the way? Make sure to say make sure to say hello to me, your fellow freelance. In order to prepare for that day, I've been eating nothing but pizzas for the past week to store energy. That's a really bad idea, Kenji. First of all, pizza's really bad for you. Pizza is the best. It tastes great. Just, you gotta be able to cut off, like, at least once a week you should probably eat pizza. That's what I do. Once a week I eat the buffalo chicken pizza from the pizza store, like, right next to my apartment on my campus. Buffalo chicken pizza is like the shit, man. It's the best. Okay? That's what bears do. So, there's much we can learn from the bear. Kenji nods, in fact agreeing with himself. Usually, female bears are the toughest. Okay, so check this shit out. I was in town today, buying milk. They had a new clerk, some hipster girl with a baseball cap, with 2 hockey sticks on it. I call her hipster hockey baseball hat girl. I noticed the milk didn't have a price tag, so I told her to get over there and label that milk for future generations. He was in town today? He must have cut his morning classes. I want to scold him, but his verbal torrent prevents me from getting a word in. She told me not to bother her because she was sick. Sick? Sick? We live in a society here. You can't just opt out of human interaction because you're sick. Yes, you can. Do you know how much effort it takes me to even get up in the morning? I still do, though. I got up that morning to go down there and buy milk. Not to have my vital questions brushed aside by some hipster doofus college girl who wears a hockey baseball cap to work indoors. He's going Super Saiyan. Everyone, hide. Anyway, I was just trying to uphold the integrity of our products. A milk carton without a price tag? When I see something like that, it just leads to questions, important questions. It's our job to answer them, damn it. That's the problem with women. They have no sense of duty. I get diarrhea a lot, but you don't see me complaining about it. I soldier on and do what I have to do anyway, because that's what being man is all about. Even if you have diarrhea, you keep going for the dream of a better tomorrow. I'm not even gonna say. You know, frequent diarrhea is bad. Maybe you should stop drinking so much milk. I can't do that. It's what's allowed me to maintain my awesome strength. And in this world, a man's strength is the only thing that can't be browbeaten out of him by an increasingly pussy-whipped society. Kenji, what the fuck? Pussy-whipped? That's why I walk around leaving open jars of olive everywhere, sometimes just to show that I can. Do you refrigerate after opening? What? Man, I don't know. That's not important. It's very important. You have to refrigerate after opening. Even elementary school kids know that. They can't get the jar open in the first place, so it doesn't matter. That's true. I'm a genius. He self-assuredly rubs his chin. It's something a magic scientist did, until I met Muto and was tremendously let down. Anyway, I can't go to that store again, since it's clearly been compromised by bitches. Unless I disguise myself, maybe change to a different pair of glasses. Worst disguise ever. Pfft, it's been working flawlessly all these years. I don't even need glasses to see. They're for effect, also to protect my identity. I'm like Superman. Worst disguise ever. I'm telling you, when people see my school ID, they can't even recognize me. Really? Let me see. Can't do that. Can't go around showing my ID to everyone. It was made long ago, in a different time. I had hippie hair. Well, I'm trying to imagine that. Kenji takes his glasses off. He squints as soon as they're off his face, which makes him look even more tired than he already does. He was right. He does look very different. Kind of like he hasn't slept in years. Not different enough for it to be a good disguise, though. You need more sleep. Nah. You look like you need it. No way. These are just the sides of these eyes man who has seen things. A shaman's eyes. Terrible things that you can't even imagine. Like when I made a ship in a bottle my mom sat on. There's blood and shreds of floral print everywhere. That's what life experience is. Kenji doesn't seem very horrified, even though I think this is actually the first thing he told me about himself that could have been legitimately traumatic. He's also talking about 30 degrees to my left, so I guess his blindness is real. I wave a hand from him anyway, to little effect. Man, I hope you realize I'm just joking. I laugh, pretending that I did. Somehow, looking him in the eyes is more difficult than usual. Want some trivia? People with small eyes wear big glasses. I read that somewhere. It's because it makes your eyes look less beady. Really? I didn't know that. He puts glasses back on, and I feel oddly relieved for a moment until I remember that I still have to deal with him, glasses or not. Well, anyway, this artist girl wanted to paint my portrait once. I think. I had to talk to her like 5 times before she started making sense. Must have been Rin, I suppose. What'd she look like? I don't know, a woman with sandals. I was hoping he'd say something more specific, like she had no arms. Rin does wear sandals. I feel like the chance of there being another free-spirited female art student wearing sandals besides her is reasonably high. I was thinking, sure, someday after I burn out the documentation that exists, it might be okay to leave a portrait behind so that people can look at it and remember the savior of mankind. They'll need it to model the statue. Then I thought about it some more and had to turn her down. It was tempting, but she wanted it for some school thing. It would be displayed. People would ask who I was, only I haven't saved society yet, so it would be pointless, and then if someone recognized me, I'd have to explain myself. That's already a chain of events I don't want to deal with. I don't want to get mixed up in some weird situation. Shit like that always happens. Sticking out is a surefire way to get put on the list. My neck hurts. That's why I make such a careful effort to blend in with people in my daily life until I can make my move. Sure. What list? There are many lists. So what are you doing here anyway? Nothing. I kind of got here by accident. Happens to me all the time. Well, hope that worked out for you. I think I'm gonna go back to our dorm room. I need to set my TV to record my shows. You have TV? Yes, you should come over sometime. We can watch the game in high definition. The game. Before I can ask him what he's talking about, he's gone. He left like he came, with zero respect towards other people. Kind of amazing. Now that Kenji's gone, I resume looking aimlessly at the school gardens in their summer splendor. It's no use. He ruined them for me. When I get back to the cafeteria, exhausted but alive. Think of eating lunch with Shizune again, but find her sitting at a table with Misha already. If it were anyone else, I would think they were too far away for me to hear them. This is Shizune and Misha, however. If I wanted to, I could ease up on their conversation easily. What a dirty thing to think about, but it's there. I don't want to, though. Don't. You must have a lot of catching up to do, even if it's only been a few days. I'm inclined to just leave them alone so they can do just that. However, the second they see me, they wave me over. Hey! Hi, Hee-chan. Hearing your voice again, even at such a short time apart, is jarring, and I wince. Hello? Hello, Obama? These past few days, I've forgotten that communication with Shizune is almost entirely spent and concentrating on getting it right. I had tuned out even ambient noise. Well, I'll get used to it again. I'm glad she's back. I'm done making up all my work just in time. I won't have to miss the festival. Wahaha! If they really tried to enforce that, I would pull you out on student council business. If they really tried to enforce that, you'd put me on student council business? That's abuse of power. Oh! What is it, Chan? Just says that if there were only 2 student council members overseeing the festival, it would be a problem, wouldn't it? Yeah, definitely. It has to be at least 3. It's good for everyone. It's perfectly reasonable. It's necessary. Jenny leans across the table a bit, as Mr. Divers recites stirring militaristic justification in childish, bubbly up and down tone. Shizune looks so happy, though tending her fingers and trying to hold back a laugh as Micha pouts more seriously on her behalf. You say so. Why is she happy right now? That we can all talk so easy to each other, all 3 of us. In the beginning, I thought that I might find myself in a bad situation. I was sure that Shizune would hate getting settled with being tour guide for the new guy. I didn't want to be that kind of burden either. It would be awkward even if she weren't deaf and mute too. Just now, she said that we would all have to be at the festival, the whole student council. I don't think that the student council has any real jurisdiction over Tanabata. It's only Shizune's way of saying that she wants to spend it together. It's nice to have friends. It's a simple thought, but one that makes me genuinely happy that we could slip into being such with so much ease, despite the roundabout way in which she said it. I'm glad that Shizune thinks it's strongly enough to express it at all. Forgot what ASL, wait. I guess this is wait. Hold hands up and off to the side a bit. Wiggle the fingers. Wait. Huh. Interesting. Anyway. Why'd you wait until we waved you over to come sit with us? Like, okay, so if I know how to say it in ASL, I will say it in ASL, but if I don't, I'll just say it. Question out of nowhere, Shizune's eyes are expectant as Micho repeats her message. I feel like teasing her. You want me to sit with you that badly? We're in the student council, we should sit together as much as possible. It's logic. Hold on. Anyone would jump at the chance to sit with 2 cute girls anyway. Okay. Alright, so here's a lesson. To talk about, like, about girls and boys, the difference between them in terms of ASL. I guess we can start with a basic lesson. Okay. So... It's been such a long time. Hold on, because I remember, usually it's above the head that's man. This is woman. In terms of like what to do with signs, like this is man. I think this is woman. This is man. This is dad. This is mom. This is brother. And this is sister. Son. Daughter. Yeah. Son, daughter. She paused in case I might say something like, "You're not that cute," and instantly lock myself into an obvious no-win situation. When I don't take that bait, Shizune becomes more energetic and continues. You're abnormal. I guess in ASL that'd just be like, you're... I forgot what weird was. Well, I didn't expect you to end it like that. You're too quick to call other people abnormal. So arrogant. You're too quick to call other people arrogant. That makes you arrogant, and arrogance is abnormal. You're double abnormal. She got me. Doesn't work that way. It's a sliding scale. Ha 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 ha. Leaning on her arm, Misha closes her eyes and lets out a low, slow laugh like a chuckle. Don't laugh. Don't laugh in this kind of situation. Looks like Misha signs everything I say she's doing anyway. Even though I'm signing myself, this is redundant, but it's an unconscious action for Misha. On the other hand, I can't stop. If I let myself take it easy and sign less just because he's back, then what was all this for? I don't know if it's getting familiarity without a sign either. My hands are pretty slow to speak on my behalf as it is. Ichan, you and Ichan talk. She are much more now. Back and forth. It's really funny too, like an old married couple. Right? Shit. What a loaded comment in so many ways. Although, because it's Misha, it can't have been on purpose. That's not a compliment. She doesn't react to me trying to picture what's up. Maybe she didn't see it. Sometimes it does happen, I've noticed. I wonder if it's really that simple and why I care so much, but I don't want to think about it too hard. I want to leave. I keep thinking that I'm hogging Misha's time when she's in it, and it could be that Misha cut in just now on purpose. Thinking that way, I doubt that either of them will let me leave, though. In some ways, they're too nice. Why not just ask them? Anyway, Shizune, if you really want to know, I didn't want to stay here because I didn't want to intrude. I thought that because of Misha being away for supplementary lessons or whatever, you two would have a lot to talk about, and I would just leave you too long to catch up. That's why I thought I would just hang back. Hey, Misha, I'm not trying to monopolize Shizune. Huh, Hichan, it's not like that. Hey, boys. You're so considerate, Hichan. Hichan is sorry and apologizes. That's how you apologize. I don't think it's worth apologizing over, so don't worry about it. Hey, don't you both think that since Misha's back, we should celebrate somehow? I think so. Hichan, usually having to make up work isn't something to celebrate over. I keep getting like mixed up with like know, understand. I know this is forget. I know this is learn. Hold on, let me ASL, no. No. Understand. Got it. I got it. How do you say I love you, baby? How do you sign you want to suck? Timing is perfect, and she said the student council should have a little fun too sometime. Oh, I heard that too, right, Misha? Should be fine. Actually, wait a second. Didn't you have to make up work because you were missing so many classes to begin with? So skipping the subway would be kind of stupid. Maybe the timing isn't perfect, like I said, but we could go after school. Where should we go? Misha speaks a question to her aloud before she even stops to think it over, both of them completely ignoring me. Hey, listen to me. Hey, listen to me, two-man short-sized student council team. Hi, Chen, you're part of the team too. Oh yeah, I guess I am. Oh, yeah, you are, Hichan. I forgot what trouble was. Okay, since I'm just gonna look up bad. Oh, okay, so this is good, bad. This is bad. Usually away means bad, so like if you say... Yeah, this is want. I forgot what this one was like. I think that's like. Yeah, like, or don't like. Don't want that. Don't like that. Let's say you have to take it, like you're taking it and you're throwing away. Don't like that. I'm sorry for the girl who falls in love with you. Oh boy! So where do you think we should go? I'm laughing inside myself, wanting to point out how Misha seems so enthusiastic now, when she was the one who was most apprehensive about it just a few seconds ago. For whatever reason, I can't bring myself to do it, but this is okay too. After a short discussion on where to go, it seems like the only place all three of us know and are willing to travel to is the Shanghai. Hi, Deathwave. Why is it so quiet? TS doesn't look like a bad place to celebrate, especially because I'm sure they sell cake there, and cake is the most celebratory food. I haven't seen Yuko in a while either, and neither have the girls, for all these reasons, plus the fact that it's so close. I end up standing in front of the little tea shop with Shizune and Misha before I know it. Welcome! It's been a while since I heard Yuko's voice, so I'm surprised all over again by the energy she puts into her greetings. Kinda like an extremely nervous Misha. Hi, but you don't have to do that all the time if it's just us. Don't say that to Yuko, she's very nervous. Yes, I do. But, okay, if you say so, Yuko. Ha 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 ha. Take this moment to glance around the TS and notice that it is as empty as ever. In sunshine, essentially the peak hour for an establishment of this type. And yet, it's as barren as ever. I don't understand. There has to be a reason for this. She's going to tap my arm to get my attention. What do you want to get? I need to look up that. Like, what? It would be what, want... get. So, what want to get? Or, I guess even buy. I know this is sell. I think this is sell. Store and sell are kind of similar. It depends on the context. Sell. This is sell. Buy. Buy. Just like that stream name. I will say it's probably my best work yet. I am very proud of myself for the stream name. So yeah, what, want, get. Yuko looks like a little agitated after Misha automatically relates the question. No, I'm supposed to ask. I'm supposed to ask that. Is there anything I can do for you? Boo! Just some coffee now, I guess. Thanks. No, whenever, when someone, like, says that you're deaf, dumb, and blind, well, considering Shizune is deaf and can't talk, she's deaf and technically dumb. She's more mute. I'm sure she can talk. She decides not to because she's deaf. So, Shizune is thick. I mean, Misha is too, but, I'm going for Shizune in this route, so I have to say, she's the THICC one. She's THICC. Oh, guys, look at my kitty cat. Look at my. You guys get a little. Let me see if I can get. There's my kitty cat. Look at my kitty cat. And there's my pills. Can't show drugs. There's my kitty. Reading Moby Dick. Look at him. He's so cute. Oof. 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 He's so old and tired. She THICC. THICC. There's some coffee. Alright. The dedication Yuko has towards her waitressing duties is sort of admirable. So that's the speed at which she with slices of cake and our drinks to her table when we order. And again, we're the only customers here. Who knows what it'd be like with a full house? Yeah, Misha has weird cone hair. I think she actually gets a haircut in her route. Because I keep seeing pictures of her with short hair. But yeah, no, Shizune is the thick one in this situation because I'm going down her route. Shizune and Misha immediately dig into their cakes with gusto. Probably because they can't talk with utensils in their hands. The whole point of sharing me with friends like this is being able to talk over it, after all. It makes sense that it would be the same with them. I'm barely halfway through my cake when I hear their forks clicking as they set them down on their empty plates. It's not healthy to inhale your food. Hitchin sounds like an old man. I cringe and feel like I've been punched. Oof! Oh, your new headset has arrived. Also, welcome Kosaki to the stream. Is it a good one? This one I got this one because my old headset kind of, I think the mic broke, and then I got this one, and it's really cheap. It's fairly cheap. It was like $20 to $30, and it has some really good audio, and the microphone sounds great. It just doesn't have a pop filter. Are you going to wear your yukata tomorrow, Hitchan? No, I don't even have one. Well, even if I did, I'm not the kind of guy who does stuff like that. What are you? You two going to dress up? Oh, there is actually a specific word for of course. There's a specific sign for of course. It's a Kingston? On sale for $50. How much is it usually on sale for? Is that it? Okay, it's like... That's it. That's how you do it. Well, I guess because of course also means like, of course, that's normal. $80. That's a good deal. This sign can mean typical, ordinary, and of course. So yeah, you just spin around and go. You have to have your fist out like this. Practice with me. Come on, children. I find this is a good way to, like, you know, practice my ASL. So let's go. Let's read this. Let's read what's being read. That's how I'll read her signs if I know how to say it. What do you mean, of course? You didn't dress up last time. One time is not a trend. It's a completely different situation anyway. Aside from not being Tanabata, the festival is on school grounds. Students should wear their uniform on school grounds. Clearly a joke, but her delivery isn't any different from the usual. That isn't normal, but her sense of humor never was, and I'm used to it. Usually in ASL, if you want to like show sarcasm, you're gonna have to put on the face of sarcasm. Oh, also known as HyperX. That's what I use. That's what I used to use. I want to use them again because I do like their products a lot. Actually, saying outrageous things seriously is a little better than if you were to say serious things outrageously. What's more probably indicates is that I've started to associate a voice with her signing, and it's clashing with how Misha says out loud everything she signs anyway. I feel disoriented. Yeah, I would imagine she's doing his voice is a little bit more mature. Maybe low, maybe sensual, maybe. But there are a lot of different sign language systems. That is true. The one that they're using in this game is Japanese Sign Language. I'm using ASL, which is American Sign Language. And honestly, I think it's probably the better one because it gets the message across the quickest, and that's what communication's all about. There's no time to be, you know. So this is dress up. I'll dress up this time. You see, Chan. Not just Chan, but me too. I will say, maybe I'll change my hairstyle too. Don't do that. I can't really imagine you looking differently. Honestly, I do find yukata to be really cute on girls. I like it. Usually wags a finger and smiles. I don't know what disapproval is or firm. I don't even know what hairstyle is. What if I were to change my hairstyle? Maybe you should grow your hair out and make it look like drills. Misha's hair just looks wrong to me. Honestly, she looked kind of cute. Yeah, she looks really cute. I like it. I just looked at a picture of it. No spoil. I didn't look up any spoilers for her route. I wonder how tragic her story is. She looks unamused. Luckily, I see Yuko making her way over, likely to clear our plates or ask if we need anything from her. Yuko, are you doing anything for Tanabata? Huh? It's like she was practicing how to smoothly ask if I need a refill of coffee while walking over, but she has no idea what to do and hadn't been asked a question first. I feel bad. Yes, I'm working. Yuko, they make you work on holidays? Oh. We had the most business on holidays, and sometimes tourists. I don't mind. I have to do my best. Okay, I'm gonna set up for this one. I guess you could say admirable is like saying like sometimes you have to take and you have to replace other words. Yeah, so. Oh, I guess it's like that. I guess you don't even need to say completely. Completely is like a very unnecessary word. You have to put your face into it as well. She nods her head in solidarity, feeling a kind of kinship with Yuko through their shared determination to be the best. Although for her it's a matter of pride, whereas Yuko might just feel that she really, really needs this job and maybe a raise. No business, huh? So how many people on average during a holiday? Oh, hell. Yuko walks away and starts getting a couple of Swizzle sticks. That isn't polite. This is not what a proper waitress would do. Nevertheless, I sort of got my answer anyway. Clearly, business is scarce at best. I start to wonder again how the Shanghai remains open at all. Maybe this eclectic style of tea houses is a trend that was outrageously successful before I got here, but isn't anymore, and they're just keeping it like this because they retool. Like this while they retool. Maybe the owner is rich and involved in some sort of bet with someone or else, or squeezing to see who can lose the most money. Maybe I've just conveniently missed mobs of customers by seconds each visit. Or maybe this place is just a front for arms dealers. Since there's no one else here, why don't you sit down with us? We can talk about economic infeasibility. But Yuko doesn't take the bait, shaking her head from side to side emphatically. I've never really celebrated Tanabata before, or dressed up for anything like this. I'll finally be able to wear my yukata. Yay, yay! You never. What about last year? Last year, she and me and the 3-2 class rep ran a stall for the festival. It was a soba stall, I think? Yeah, it was. Yep. The blind class rep for 3-2 must be Lily. I'm surprised they were able to work together on anything. Misha would likely be the best possible buffer for that kind of thing, with how innocent she is. She uncooked and Lily took the orders, and I translated for them. She kept saying, it's so inefficient. Misha, why do you have to be the middleman? As in, why is there a middleman in the first place, huh? It'd be fine if I did the cooking and you took orders, but it doesn't make sense at all. But I think I had fun. I think everyone had fun then, right, Shishan? Jin adjusts her glasses grudgingly, causing Misha to break into laughter. It was the old student council's idea. That's why. So what was the last student council like then? She finally decides to step in again. Or it's more like she can't stop herself. Okay, if you want to say terrible, it's like... You gotta really, like, put in forces, like... Bad. Just really period. That was blunt. I've already said this before, but... a thing about deaf culture is that deaf people are extremely blunt. Because since they can't exactly speak their minds, they have to get their message out as quickly as possible. So if they... I spit on you! But yeah, so it's like, if you don't like food, you wouldn't say like, oh, I don't really like this. You say, yuck! Yuck, this is bad. She ends with a choppy motion. Okay, so... As if passing judgment on them. I hope she's going to elaborate a little. Universities and some private schools, student councils can have control over millions of yen to budget and distribute as needed. Wow, really? Millions? Oh, right. And they are much more involved in school activities too, Hei-chan. She always looks cute when she's angry. From Misha's tone, it seems like this is newer to her than it is to me. This school student council was like a joke in comparison. Don't give people positions of power if they don't have any power at all. What's the point? So, I wanted us to have more and more work. It was hard to convince the school and the other student council members to allow it. Actually, a lot of the work you've seen us do really is work that I took on, which is what Lily was talking about. Once for Shichan, the student council would just follow attendance reports day in and day out. Hahaha, would you prefer that, Hichan? Of course, Hichan. As soon as the workload started going up, most of the student council stopped coming. Alright, so yeah. They still don't know that he has arrhythmia. Which I'm sure is going to be a tender moment. Maybe they'll have it when they're having... Maybe it'll happen when they're having sex. Because, like, the thick too good, the suck too good. My heart... Wahahaha. Or maybe it'll happen on Tanabata. Hold on. Arrhythmia. It's not easy to spell. It's got like a Y in it. It's like Arrhythmia. Arrhythmia. Could've sworn it had a Y in it. Yeah, it actually does. Arrhythmia. I was correct. Me, sex too good, must die. She's in his fingers fold over each other carefully. It looks like she wants to, or is like this. Looks like she wants to say, she wants to add something, but can't bring herself to. Oh. Like she said, sign language gives you a little more time to think about what you say. I guess she feels like she can't talk about this. I forgot what tomorrow was, and I forgot what fun was. Okay, this is enjoy. So I guess that can also be fun, but we'll see. Fun. This is apparently fun, which I have a really hard time believing. Oh, no, that is fun. And yeah, my teacher said, like, sometimes there are just some words where you don't really need to say. Like, funny. When you can really just laugh. If you actually found it funny. That kind of thing. And then one more is tomorrow, which I need to look up. ASL tomorrow. Tomorrow. And this is yesterday. Here, let me show you. Tomorrow, yesterday. Next week, last week. How do you rap in sign language? You don't. You see, the thing about sign language is that they don't, since they can't hear because they're deaf, they don't really have any music. There's no point to rapping if you... I mean, I'm guessing you can rap, but I don't know how to fucking rap. I'm white. I'm white, I'm from, like, Southern California. That is what she finds themselves for. Yeah. Okay then, Student Council is adjourned for today. It has to be adjourned excitingly because today was a good day. Ha 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 ha. School seems to be over by the time we leave the tea house, and as I can see students coming down from the school as we walk up the road towards it. A couple people wearing our school uniform look at Shizune as she walks by, and I wonder if they recognize her as the student council president, or if those are just being drawn to Misha's head. It's impossible not to overhear chatter in the air, but the topic is more often than not plans for Tanabata. I wonder how many of them are then we'll be using are going to stalls that I reassembled. Makes me feel a little pride, an emotion I've never felt doing something for school. There always seems to be some sort of like right now of the only 2 routes that I've taken, which is Emmy's and this one, and this one's still in progress. He seems to have found pride in doing certain things. In the last one, in Emmy's, it's pride of like prolonging his life by exercising and like still doing morning runs and all that. Well, on this one, it seems to be like, oh, I did all this work and I'm proud of it. Maybe this is how Shizune feels as well. I almost want to ask, but it seems stupid to want to do so. So I just hold on to the thought as the 3 of us walk onto campus and then separate. Shizune to the student council room, and Misha and me to the dorms. Misha and I. It isn't until they're gone that I realize I didn't ask when and where they wanted to meet up tomorrow. Even though it is a holiday, I wake up at the same time as usual, on a day when everyone else is likely sleeping in for another 6 hours. I take my morning regimen of pills for the first time in a few days. Admittedly, I'd let my medication slip my mind. What? Looking at the rest of the bottles in front of me, I don't know how I managed to. 17 different medications. I feel full enough to skip breakfast after taking all of them. I'm already up, so I might as well take a walk. It looks nice outside, giving off an idyllic atmosphere I'd often dreamed of. It's always been kind of a romantic notion to me, to be able to meander around in the countryside, taking in the fresh air. Now that the opportunity to do just that is here, I can't resist, even though I know it must seem silly. I stop at the main building in order to buy a drink, and decide to enter it and maybe hang around on the roof a little bit. The view might be pretty good this time. Pretty cool at this time. I'm sure that nobody else would be up there either, and I've never been up there by myself. The school is quiet today, deserted. My footsteps echoing the staircase to the roof are never-endingly loud. It shouldn't bother me due to how much time I spent in sign language class in near total silence, or working so much with Shizune lately, but it still does. It makes the smallest noises that I wouldn't have even noticed before seeming boomingly loud. It feels like I'm sneaking around someplace that I shouldn't be. I wonder why I'm getting that vibe. Maybe the school's haunted or something. When I open the door to the roof, I see I'm not alone. Misha leans against the fence, looking over the school grounds, not having noticed me at all. Instantly, I know what I have to do. I have to put my hands over her eyes and say, guess who? It's the only option. She takes me. I do it. Then she takes me to Suplex City. Halfway, I start thinking how bad this would look if Shizune suddenly popped in, having left just for a second to get some sandwiches and saw me sneak up on Misha like this. Pretty time that such a coincidental mislearning doesn't happen. Guess who? Ichan! She said without hesitating for a second, without deviating even slightly from her normal tone. My fun was over before it started. Hi, Ichan. Good morning. She actually tries to move her hands to form a greeting and tangles them in the fencing. Hey. Good morning. Didn't expect to find you here. What are you doing up so early? How can I ask you the same thing, Ichan? What are you doing so early? I didn't expect to find you here. I asked you first. You're right. Wahaha. You sound just like Shichan. No, I don't. Cause she doesn't talk. You guys get it? I say in the least convincing manner possible. Luckily, Misha doesn't notice what a bad actor I am. Are you looking forward to tonight? Of course, Shichan. I don't like celebrations, or maybe not as much as Shichan does. But Tanabata stands always have interesting things to buy and all kinds of seasonal food. And I get to wear yukata. Her choice of words is a little strange. It sounds like she's saying that she doesn't like celebrations, but likes doing everything involved with them. I don't know if it's worth pursuing, though, and it could be that I just misunderstood. What about you, Hichan? I am, or else I'd just stay home, wouldn't I? That's the logical step. Ah, Hichan, you're not that logical. So, that's really surprising. Okay, though. Okay, though, I was just making sure, because you don't look like you were having a lot of fun last time. Me and Shichan were a little worried because of that. Hey, I had fun. I guess I ended up appreciating it more than I expected to. Really, Chan? Wahaha. What part of it? Tell me. Well, there were fireworks at the end. They were really nice. They were pretty thick. I think you slept through them. I always fall asleep early. But I won't sleep through them this year. I'll definitely stay awake. I don't think they have fireworks anytime, but it's a different mood entirely. Maybe you can get Shooting's petition to have them, though, and move the fireworks to an earlier time. Maybe I will. That's a great idea, Chan. No, it's not. Don't do that. I wasn't being serious. Although Although, maybe it would annoy Shizune. You make it sound like you would like that, Hei-chan. Hei-chan, do you like Shi-chan? I can't say yes or no. I'm sitting down like I am. I can't even smoothly leave. What? Don't be silly. The one I like is you. How, really, Shi-chan? No, you're kidding, right? You must like Shi-chan more. Misha, you jump to conclusions too much. But you almost called her Shi-chan, so I'm right, right? Hopefully it's not what I think it is, because I wasn't going for Misha. It's because you call her Shi-chan all the time. I got stuck in my head. Osmosing language is common, you know. Besides, it's one little slip up, and by your logic, you should like her more than me. And are you making fun of me or something? Wahaha. Maybe. I'm hungry. Did you eat breakfast, Shi-chan? No, just medicine. We should throw a finger lazy in the air to keep her hands busy as she thinks. We should eat something then. Do you think they'll be serving breakfast today? There's Rap God ASL on YouTube. Should we? Should we give that a look? Is it any good? Which one? Is it the one by Andy Signs or is it by Amber Galloway Gallego? No? Okay. Yeah, probably not. I just thought it'd be interesting for us to watch, but it's really kind of a thing a member of the student council should know. I can't say that though. I'm on the student council and don't know. It didn't seem like anyone was working in the kitchen when I entered the building. I don't know for sure. Hey Chen, have you ever heard about those vending machines that you can get food from, like burgers, soups, and even pizza? Maybe we get if we had some of those at our school. I kind of have that at my school. It's like a kind of it's a frozen vending machine, and it has like like desserts. It doesn't have soup. It does have a burger. It does have burgers. It even has like White Castle burgers, and it has like some barbecue sandwiches and Mexican, like, you know, breakfast burritos. I used to eat from that like nearly all the time, but since I don't live in the dormitory area next to it anymore, I just either end up eating cereal or just go down to the Mexican restaurant and get like a breakfast quesadilla. I don't know, I always thought those machines were kind of weird. Imagine how cool it would be if we had machines like that at our school, John. It must be like magic, wouldn't it? Hot food coming out of a vending machine? That's so amazing. I could never imagine that. Seeing one of those machines would be like a dream. We don't have machines like that in this whole town, though. It's too early to even go into town. I won't be able to eat breakfast, Chan. That's the most important meal of the day. Everyone says so. Oh, I want to eat. Actually, Kosaki, the frozen vending machines had desserts, and that was also something I would go for, because I would sometimes get like a ice cream sandwich or dibs. What else was there? Either that or like most of the time I'd just go to the vending machine next to it and get some like Skittles, because Skittles are the shit. Then go across and get some like water or a Gatorade from the other vending machine. Really silly. It bothers you so much, I'll buy you soda. Misha puts out her cheeks and puts on a serious face. Misha, a soda is not breakfast. It's like water. It's not like water. It's a liquid. Water isn't food. Liquid can be food. Liquid can't be food. Soda can't be food. Now who sounds like she's eating Misha? I want to say, even her tone reminds me of Shizune's unblinking, matter-of-fact way of stating the ridiculous. If I did say that, though, I would be the one who sounds like Shizune again. Deathwave, I think they took those out. I don't think there are no more panty dispensing vending machines. Okay, fact versus fiction. It's a used panty machine. Says shaking their heads in disgust, trying to flag down a police officer. The sheriff lets out a chuckle. The guy to my right points a finger over my head back to the sprawling six slot now behind me. There's one right up there on the 6th floor. He says in a thick, so. Yeah, I know Japanese has a huge, like, vending machine craze, because, you know, I played Persona 5, and that game has a whole bunch of them. Similarly with tentacle rape, Westerners seem to have this concept of Japan Japan has the most perverse, crazy imagination, and this is proof of it. The idea of dirty panty machines is something so over the top you wouldn't find it in any other country, not even Las Vegas. So yeah, I think that's just something that we made up. Okay, and this to appear, yeah, they appear used. They aren't actually used. They are not actually used panties. They are, they're like those jeans that are sold with holes in them. Yeah, so it seems like they might either I guess they're only in you know, sex shops. It's terrible. Her competitiveness is really rubbing off on me. Let's look for something to eat then. Don't be so angry at me. I don't like her being angry at me. She has a very mean, angry face, and it really makes me feel bad. Okay. Her route might actually be a bit fun, because she's always happy, and I like optimists. Particularly, our search for food in an empty school building this early morning leads only to failure. Misha decides to go off on her own after we both decide to give up for now, vowing to eat breakfast, even though by now it's closer to time for brunch. I go back to my dorm. The following hours tick by slowly, and I pass the time by catching up on my reading. Some of these books I haven't... Oh my god. Some of these books I haven't touched since I was in the hospital. Thinking back on it, it wasn't that long ago, even though it definitely feel like it was. Free day, and I can't think of anything to do. I take a short nap, and as I change for the second time, I realize I never actually confirmed with Shizune and Misha when and where we should meet up. I guess eventually they would come looking for me, but I would look pretty stupid if it came to that. It's already evening, so I should at least make an effort to find them first. You know the grounds aren't exactly flooded with people, and it should be impossible to miss Misha's pink hair, even if they were. I have a lot of difficulty finding them. Finally, I ran into them at the front gate, which was the first place I had looked. Misha seems manic. She seems like a really nice girl. Maybe she's like one of those people who just flies by the seat of their pants. I don't think she's not crazy. She's just an optimist, I would say. Oh my god, it's cute. Oh my god, that's cute. I mean, you can be jokingly angry at someone. Like, it's just like the only reason she was angry is because that's not breakfast. Liquid is not breakfast. Oh my god, she's so adorable. I love Yukata. I just find Yukata so adorable. She doesn't punctuate her normal greeting with a grand little, oh. Oh, that's also cute. And okay, here's the thing. Shizune does have a bigger chest, actually. I think Misha just has a wider chest. Because Shizune's chest is like... I checked their measurements. They have their measurements on the webpage. And hers is like a few numbers higher. Ichan, how are you? It's strange seeing them in Yukata, though I've been seeing Yukata in general all night. Shizune is simple and tasteful, which seems obvious for her in retrospect. But her grand florist and over-the-top behavior, I think she would rather die than dress the part. Oh, she's so cute. I love... I don't know, I like the outfit. And the hairpin is lovely. What draws my eye is the hairpin she's wearing, a pearl flower that gleams softly in the moonlight. It looks pretty on her, but in a way, it also feels out of place, as if it's too elaborate for a high school girl, or maybe just for someone as secretly childish as Shizune. Misha's yukata is about what I expected, so it actually fits a little too well. Paired with her bubblegum pink hair, she looks cute, but anachronistic. You look nice! Thanks, Ishan. Hey Chan, you're a little late. We were waiting here for a while for you. Did you forget the time or place? Oh, well, let's go. Let's get going, Chan. You just dropping this line of discussion saves me what could potentially be a pretty embarrassing thing to own up to. Specifically that I had been looking for them for at least an hour. Seeing Shizune and Misha looking so cheerful, it's hard not to want to fall into the atmosphere and enjoy a nice night out. What bothers me is that I'm having some trouble reading Shizune's signing tonight. I haven't been to sign language classes almost a week, so I'm not surprised. I guess having lost focus for a while and slipping. It certainly wouldn't be the first time. I know exactly what you're feeling, brother. Hold on, where are we going? Into town? That doesn't make any sense. We haven't even checked out what's on the grounds, unless you two decided to have fun while I wasn't looking. Sometimes you just have to make, like, gestures. Like, you don't need to say up. Like, obviously up is this. This is up. And you don't need to say our way. You can say working up. Either way, Chan, we have to walk in town and then back up if we want to see everything. So, this way, after we're done, we'll be right by our dorms when we're tired. It works out perfectly. That is a good idea. That is immediately logical. Shizune doesn't give me much time to argue anyway, grabbing me by the arm and lightly trying to pull me along. Cute. Streets illuminated only by the light of the moon and low lanterns scented with tissue paper put me at ease. Some girl with green hair over here. I think that's two little girls, and then we got a couple. Does Misha have the fucking fang? God damn it. I was wondering what character would have the fang. What? Probably should have expected it to be Misha. Now that we're in town, Shizune moves a bit more slowly in order to see the sights. So I decided to walk more briskly in order to mess with her, but she quickly readjusts her own speed to match, letting out a soundless laugh before quickly signing to Misha with her offhand. What do you want to do first, Ichan? So I guess that'd just be like, what first? I guess this might be a limit. I don't know what exactly first means. Well, I guess if you want to, there's certain ways to say first, because there's certain contexts you can use it in. It's like first, second, third. How about some games, if there are any? Thought you didn't like games, Ichan. I don't mind. For the second time today, I feel her slim fingers wrapping around mine. It feels like all this time I've been pulled along by Shin's will. Occasionally, it's quite tiring, but I think that for the most part, I wouldn't say I hate it. It's weird. Usually, in the beginning, it used to be just both of them dragging me along, but now it's only Shizune. It's just the quality of some people to drag others into their lives. It's like a storm. That word fits Shizune sometimes, I think. Although I didn't want to tell Misha earlier today, I do like her. Hichan, you're going to win a doll for me too this time, right? You're still thinking about that? Okay, I will. Time passes by faster than I thought it could as you run around, trying to do as many frivolous things as possible. Snow cones, Hichan, do you want one? Misha run towards the stand, not even waiting to hear my answer. Hold an 8 hand. I hold an 8 hand to my lips, then snap my thumb. There goes everything. Some people just touch the tip of their fingers to their lips and then move and up while twisting it. Oh yeah. Forgot what this meant. Ah, I'm so angry at myself. I want to. We'll play rock paper scissors to see who can pay for them all, or we could each pay for our own. Hey, Chan, what flavor do you want? The blue. Oh my god, I forgot what blue was. I know this is I forgot what red was. Oh, and there's a whole page dedicated to colors. We'll get to it. Don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this. I'll learn. This is orange, by the way. I think this is tea, and then this is coffee. No, this is coffee. This is coffee. This is make. This is soda, I believe. Oh, I know. This is soda. This is just water. Okay, who gives a shit about it? Alright, colors, colors, colors. Oh no, this is now. This is now. I thought it was this. This is now. I forgot what this meant though. There's a... Okay, so let's see, there's... I am so fucking rusty. You can listen to this great music while I try and get this. Let's see. Okay, so this is... That's student. And this is teacher. This is deaf. This is talking or hearing. Let's get to colors. Where's the fucking colors? There they are. Alright. Let's see how much I can remember. I think this is red. Yeah, I'm correct. I got it. This is orange, and depending on the context, obviously. Blue? This is blue. I think this is white. This is just color. Anyway, let's get the blue one. The blue one. Alright. Yeah. Blue is not a flavor. Frittata is not a verb. Well, frittata you. That was such a... I remember that video was like... I saw that video a long while ago. It was Captain Planet, like, joke video or something. Blue is not a flavor. I knew that. Ordering something based on color is childish. Shizune. You're childish. What are you getting at? Are you getting strawberry? Oh, it's just a childish flavor. Only children eat strawberry. You should get plain, the most mature flavor of all. I want to know where her personality comes from. I wonder if I would think that way if she hadn't been the first season I ended up having a conversation with on my first day here. I do want to meet her parents. It's either also that I've missed the parts of her that kept drawing me in. If I didn't know that she couldn't hear me and that she was so competitive and so focused with getting me to join the student council and so alternating playful and sharp, without these constant new facets to keep my interest in her, would I have grown to like her so much? It's likely that I'm overthinking it. How's everyone in the chat doing? Are you going to make a wish? Shijan never makes wishes, Shijan. Really? Not even on New Year's? Why is that? Cause she doesn't wish for shit. She just goes for it, my man. Okay, so her dressing up would be like... Yeah. Alright. Won't answer. This is a secret. Okay, so I know secret has something to do with this. Kitty cat. Tap your lips twice with the back of... Yeah, okay. I know. Hey, Chen, do you want me to tell you? That's a new face. That's a new face. It's a new face, Mickey! Mickey, come on. Yes. She's going to alternate between as many fortunate variations of know what she can think of. Wahaha, I'll tell you later, okay? Actually, I feel tired. I think I'm going to go to bed early. Really? Let me just try and figure out... That's how you say it. Because that also means true. This is secret. This is true. So, and that can also be used as like, really? Depending on how your face is like, that's really. So. Does it feel like it's been that long? Time flies when you're having fun. But it has its time. Maybe I can visit Yuko first, then go back? Or, I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. Have fun without me, okay? We're going to go back to the school soon anyway, Misha. Shizune! Misha doesn't want to hear it, and leaves anyway. Shizune starts to wonder why just as soon as I do. But while I keep it in my head, she signs it, seeming to want to discuss the possible reasons. We got lots of people joining the chat, apparently. After we're both done seeing all there is to see, I check the time and find that it is pretty late. My energy's starting to wear off, and it's a miracle that I managed to have even this much too. Even she's starting to look a bit tired. We make our way back to the ground. That's how you say tired, usually, I think. That's like... Because this means live, live, like lively or something, or even like just alive. And this means like... So you have to go like... She seems disappointed when she sees the school building lit up and teeming with students. So now that we know what true is... find out what's wrong is. This is wrong. Oh, cross the chin. So that's it. A mistake? Yeah, okay. So in that case, you go, wrong? Something wrong? I love this kind of way of talking. I forgot what holiday it was. I think it might have been something like... It's somewhere in here. I'll find it. I think I know like Christmas is like that or something. Storytelling. Where is holiday? I think I might have just... Nope. So while we're doing that, let's you guys think it's about to happen? You guys think about a kiss is about to happen? Just so I can remember. This is morning. I think this is the afternoon. And as it's going down, you go like this. And then this is night. All day long. So I'm thinking I'm taking about I think I'm gonna take a bet here that this is where the first kiss happens. Anyone want to challenge me on that? Oh, I found it! I found it! Yeah! Alright. Holiday. This is birthday, by the way. No, Freakun's going on. It's just gonna straight up get some. You just think he's gonna straight up get some? Damn, dude. That's the purpose of some things in this are wrong. Like my teacher prefers certain other things, but I don't know. This is marriage, wedding or something. That's birthday. Time off from work or school, vacation, which can be taken as, you know, a holiday. I said it'd be like this. Alright. Freecoon's a sexy beast. In Australia. They're probably cooler since it's that kind of holiday. I already forgot what true was. For those guys who don't know, I'm trying to say these in ASL. I've never really been to any festivals before coming here. As you wanted to see what the school was doing last, like saving the best for last. Now you're telling me you don't want to? Not even a little? Thought you would have a little more energy. I don't feel tired. It seems to spark her competitive spirit, and she's immediately perks up. Although it's then that I realized I didn't have anywhere in mind to take her, and I don't feel like going to the main building myself. Shit, Deathwave, you might be right. Fortunately, the air behind the school was both deserted and impressive looking today. I'd never appreciated how sprawling and well kept it was until seeing it at night. Just gonna get this little Kirby ready. We're gonna prepare. We're gonna be prepared. We are prepared. Unlike last time. It's almost like it almost seems to go on forever in the moonlight. I thought earlier she was too mature to pull off the old-fashioned clothes that she's wearing tonight. Right now, she's quite beautiful in them. Makes me think back to that day, the other festival that I went to. She had looked the same way then. I want to tell her that I like her, decisively, in one go, but even think about it, it's just so awkward. The more I like her, the more awkward and afraid I am of telling her how I feel, even now when I could do so if I wanted without having to go through another person. Hold on, I'm gonna... So if I remember correctly, how do you tell someone? How to say I like you in ASL? I guess you could say that. And then you point in a direction. The more I like her, the more awkward and afraid I am telling her how I feel, even though I do something without another person. Not to mention, what if what happens last time happens again? If it does, I might not get off so easy with a months-long hospital stay. I don't want to even think about it. I try to shove the thoughts out of my mind any way possible. I try to assess them as unlikely fears. Still, first time I had seen all my fears, I'd imagined them cascading before me, enough of them to choke me. I still think about it from time to time. I can't say that it's not a legitimate concern. Times like these are nice enough that I can forget, though. I think this means favorite, actually. I forgot what school. Okay. I have know what mountain is. Just because it's much closer to the sky? But more because of the fresh air. It's so competitive, too competitive. If a whale bit you, you would bite it back. That makes her laugh, and she winks. Her smile is contagious. If I can make people happy, I'm not entirely terrible, am I? Then it's okay. I have many examples in my defense. Even this moment is kind of a game to her. This is a romantic moment. I don't know if such a chance might come again. I feel compelled to say something awkward and stupid. If I think about it too much, I doubt my hands will listen to me. Okay, I need to find what girlfriend is. I forgot what girlfriend was. Which I'm pretty sure is in the same... Oh, where is it? God, why is this picture so blurry? I mean, yeah, Hisao's got some balls, my dude. I think that's how they said it. I hope that I signed it properly. For nerves, as if I want to break into a run, yet I'm rooted to the spot. I couldn't hear a thing just minutes ago. I'm picking up every little ambient noise. I really am nervous, and I wonder if it shows. Before, hours passed like seconds. Now, seconds pass like eons. Then I see his hands moving unsteadily before her, fumbling over each other, stopping halfway through each gesture. It's like she said, sign language gives you an opportunity to think your words through, and she's trying very hard to do that right now. Aww. Situation that she doesn't know how to respond to must be unthinkable. As stoic as she tries to be, she can't hide her reddening cheeks, and she's very cute and feminine like this. It puts me at ease to know she's as nervous as I am. The thought is yet another way in which I found myself competing with her. That's a simple reply, but as soon as I think that, she usually takes a step forward and embraces me. An unsure and careful embrace, as if I were made of eggshell, and as if she doesn't know how to hug someone. Although, to be honest, this is not a subject that I'm familiar with either. Yukata is cool and silky under my fingers, but I can also feel she's doing his warmth. In the end, she thought this the best possible gesture to show how she felt. Here comes my moods. Here it is my mood. Oh. That was quick. Sleight of hand. Usually there's an animation that accompanies this. That's a really cute picture. Oh god, that fucking painting. There was no kiss yet, though. Following days passed uneventfully and with surprising quickness. I found renewed motivation to learn sign language. Seems I have a knack for learning sign, so it would be a waste to not do it, and falling behind would be even more unacceptable. Summer break is coming up. Even though I figured that student council work would see a drop-off proportional to how lethargic my classes are becoming, it doesn't happen that way. Every day I get swamped under increasingly meaningless work. Despite how much I want to, I don't have even a free second to talk to Shizune nowadays. Every time I look at her, her face is buried in some book of records, or some stack of papers that need to be checked over in triplicate. Today I woke up early to come to school before everyone else, hoping to catch Shizune. She has a habit of coming in first thing in the morning, being more punctual than all the other students. Unfortunately, I think I'm earlier than her. Hearing the student council room door click closed to my right tells me that this isn't the case. I guess I got here just behind her. Enter the room and tap Shizune on the shoulder to get her attention. Maybe she expects a conversation, which is why she puts down the carton of orange juice in her hand. Thinking about it, they must get that quite a bit. I can think of no other way to explain how ready she was with that answer. I don't know what early is. They're going out later today. I came here early specifically so I could see you without having to do work. According to Misha, being early isn't new for you. It's not new for you either. Are you saying you want to race? Junior just glasses nonchalantly, a gesture that realized how giddy she is inside about the thought of having something very petty to take competitively. Seriously, I think the smaller the matter is, the more it excites her. It's not a race. Do you want to make it a contest? I don't. I almost forget to add the last part, the most important part. I do many days left in ski. I'd get tired of it anyway. With that, she's going to picks up her juice and finishes off. I wonder if she's going to try shoot the empty container to trash, but she doesn't. In fact, she seems puzzled as why I seem so disappointed. I better get to the point. Just want to talk. Our break is practically here, you know. We should spend more time together anyway. I was thinking that we could do that over the summer. Nisha turns as red as mine must be, and she starts adjusting her glasses, flustered. What an all-purpose gesture. She taps her fingers together in thought, considering her next word carefully. Almost like Sayori. Ah. What is it? What is a date? Of course, this means just to go out to date, but I guess that can be the same thing. Oh, wait, no, actually. Oh. You have to spell it out, actually. So there are some words where you just have to spell it out, like, beach. Just because we're going out somewhere, that instantly makes it a date? Susan approvingly claps her hands once before adding on to my statement. This is family. F's around. That's an oddly formal way of putting it, and for that reason my interest is piqued. Maybe your family is a prim and proper traditional kind, living in a giant old-timey mansion with a little stream and koi pond where everyone wears kimonos all the time. It's a wild assumption, but it's fun to speculate sometimes. I wonder if Shizune puts on the appearance of being a calm, immature, good daughter like Lily when she is with her family. I imagine it, but there's even a possibility that it's true, then I must see it. Must not be that far of a trip then. What's not an ASL? I forgot about that one. So it's like I don't know the sign. There is a specific sign for Japan. That was one they didn't teach us, but they did teach us like some. You. That's it. That's it. It's like, you can come with me. Is that what you're trying to say? I forgot what fun was. Whatever. Could be fun. You didn't answer my question. Are you going alone, or is Misha going with you? Does your family know sign? Of course they know sign. Misha's coming along. Part of the question left unanswered is the most telling. She can't communicate with her. I have to wonder what her childhood was like. She probably wrote everything on the pad she carries around and still produces out nowhere sometimes. That's a really bad family. I know, like my teacher have told me of times like of families that they just install fucking those hearing aids into their children and just like they leave it at that. Like, no, I don't want to have to deal with a deaf child. I want them to hear, which is a horrible parent. You shouldn't do that. It could help in some situations, but like, you want to love your child. Learn to speak the language that your child should know. Infants can learn ASL as early as 5 months. If she's even coming with her after, yeah. So usually it's when neither Misha nor I are around. I can notice her from far away when she pulls out like last resort, grimacing the whole time. If Misha's going, then I'm going to go too. I don't know what should I... Like, sometimes you just give people names. So, I'll just give it... I'll just go with M. We'll call her M. And Shizune will be S. It's the principle of the thing. I entertain the notion that Shizune might actually be jealous. They could just want their child to hear? That could be it. But sometimes it's a case where the child just can't hear, and they don't want to deal with having to learn a whole new language for their child. When ASL is fairly simple and it doesn't require a whole lot. It's like English is a hard language. ASL isn't as hard of a language compared to it. For me, at least. I understand the notion that Shizune might actually be jealous, but I doubt it. She usually wears her emotions pretty plainly on her face. I don't see anything that would support my theory right now. I think you're just bored. That's okay, though. Alright, we'll all go together. It's what I hoped for in the first place. Well, then why didn't want me to go? You can't skip out on student council today to pack your bags just because you're coming with us on such short notice. It's no excuse. No, yeah, there are some cases where I just hear like they don't even bother to learn ASL, which like if you're gonna have a deaf child, if you learn your child's deaf, and you care about that child, you should learn ASL. It's easier than just installing them with a hearing aid. It's okay. I hardly have anything to pack anyway. She was sending her fingers thoughtfully. You must have come to the school on very short notice. You have no clue. Could be that she's thinking back to the time when she unexpectedly shoved themselves in my room and caught a glimpse of all my medicines. That was an awkward moment I'd like to forget, and I don't like revisiting it. The way she tiptoes around the issue even now only makes me more uncomfortable. I did. It was kind of an on-the-spot decision. It worked out better than I expected, though. I hope Shizune won't pursue the matter, and to my belief, she doesn't. She's gonna learn eventually, my dude. My home is in a particularly beautiful part of Saitama. We're leaving early in the morning, so be ready. Let's talk about it more later, okay? For now, those handouts won't look over themselves, and you're going to help me. She decides to work, pulling me along with her. I think that she seems almost, but not quite, excited to go. Oh, that's quick. Okay. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Be right back. I'm also going to get a drink. because my dad got like a whole new jug of cranberry juice, and I tried it, and it was like, it just tasted like water, not like bad water too. So he's gonna be taking that back once he goes out to get food. Anyway, when Shizune and Misha arrive early the next morning to pick me up, they are dressed in something other than the ski uniform I've grown used to seeing them in. Oh my god, that's cute, and accentuates her chest really well. Your tits look amazing today, my dear. Makes sense since we're on a holiday, but it's still jarring. Shizune's dress is sharp and fashionable, almost too much for a quiet place like Yamaku. Thinking back to what she wore to Tanabe's festival, I'm starting to notice a trend with her. All of her clothes are very tasteful and mature, very well thought out. So then, I wonder why she herself is so immature. I'm sorry, what is that? What? I thought when I saw that... What? Why? I thought when I saw the picture of her wearing that shirt, I thought it was a joke. Oh dear. That is just... that was the last thing I was expecting. Well, at least Misha's close to reflect her inner self on the outside. Really? Bush Cheney? 2004? I said there wasn't much to pack. She pats and rocks on her own rather large collection of luggage with her foot as if embarrassed. It's your house, Misha. I mean, you can bring whatever you want. Misha only has one suitcase with her, but it's almost larger than she is. She looks self-conscious about it as well. God, the suitcase is as big as a compact car. The green pea colors and styling, too. It's like something used to transport bodies. The way they look right now makes me want to tease them a little. Oh, that's bad luck for you and Misha, isn't it? Having to carry those huge bags. Gotta pack light next time, like me. Everything fits into one little suitcase. Like James Bond. Yes, exactly like James Bond. Shizune gently tugs at her glasses in concentration. We should split the amount we carry equally. Damn it. Well, that's a great idea, Jen. Motherfucker. What? No. It would benefit us all. I really like her outfit. It's cute. Other than, you know, makes her boobs look really good. I mean, it's really cute. You know, the waist cincher and the skirt. It's got the little, like, the edges of the top part. Yep, wahaha. I'm going to say no. Oh god, she's angry. But it makes her breast squeezing and it looks really good. And the boobs. Bush Cheney it just really makes me. You're outvoted. She almost lunges forth as she signs it. Terrifying. Oh, I was just kidding. I don't mind carrying a few extra. I just thought it would be fun to mess with you both. But if you're going to try and make me carry it all, I was going to ride that giant green suitcase down the mountain like a sled. Seems to make Shizune laugh, and she holds a hand up to her mouth to hold it back. It's like she's hiding it. I wonder if she can laugh. If not, that might be why she does that. Kind of makes me feel sad. Misha sits? Yeah, it's weird. She does have a wider chest, but it seems Shizune has bigger boobs. It's the male gaze. With that taken care of, we head for the train station, and a very uneventful ride follows. Shizune and Misha manage to fall asleep almost instantly, but I find myself unable to. That's never happened before. Maybe it's my medication. When we arrive at Shizune's house, it's quite a bit larger than I'd envisioned it would be. I don't think huge would be much of an overstatement. You live in a mansion? What a mansion! Shizune indignantly stands up on her toothless at eye level and frowns. How tall is she? Shizune. Oh, wait, no. I'll just look up Katawa Shoujo. characters. How tall is she? 158 centimeters. So that's tall. That's shorter than me. I'm 5'8", and I know that 5'7" is like 172 centimeters. CM defeat. She is 5'1". She's 5'1", 2 technically, if you want to round it up. But oh, that's adorable. I love short girls. Wait, how tall is? That doesn't say how tall Hisao is, but I'm assuming he's tall. No, eye level, I'm frowns deeply, having had my comment translated by Misha. It's as if she's saying, how can you even suggest such a thing? This is just a normal house, nothing ostentatious a mansion. Maybe our definitions of the terms are quite different then. One thing I have heard from my ASL teacher was that there are stories of like families who try and overcompensate to make sure that their deaf child's lives are better, hearing parents, and it's usually like they spoil them. I'm not sure if that's the case here, but it's very possible. Yeah, so are you surprised? Do you want me to point out where you'll be staying? What was think again? Not sure if we have two. I'll check. It's no problem though, John. John and I could share a room if we have to. Well, unless hers is being used for something else now. Unless if she wants to, share a room with me, Not sure. I'm starting to think Shizune doesn't spend a lot of time at home. But I can make a joke out of it at her expense. Shizune vanishes into the house, and Misha goes with her, leaving me alone on the grounds. I don't want to follow them inside just yet. I put my bag down by the front door and take the opportunity to look around the grounds, just making a quick lap around the house. What the fuck is that? Even though it takes just a few minutes when I get back, the first thing I notice is that my bag is on and a tiny girl is in its place. She looks a lot like Shizune. Although Shizune wouldn't wear red shorts and star and moon stockings. Aw, probably a little sister. Huh, you Shizune's little sister or something? No, I'm her little... Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is awkward. No, I'm her little brother. I'm Hideaki. Nice to meet you. Yeah, you look happy. Where's this one straightforward monotone and also definitely male. I feel embarrassed to the point where I could almost turn around and leave right now if I could remember my way back to the train. Are you the second person that my sister brought with her? This game has traps. Brought with her? I'm not luggage. Anyway, I'm Hisao. Did you take my bag? Yes, it is my right to keep anything I find on my property. No, it's not. That's not how it works at all. I guess even particularly well-spoken little kids believe in the law of finders keepers. Even though I call him little, he doesn't seem that much younger now that I think about it. Maybe 2 or 3 years younger at most, but he's... I give Shizune. It's inside. Are you on the student council? Yeah, how'd you know? Does she bring it up often? I always said, does she talk about it often? That would have been bad. Yeah, all the time. Do you get along with her? So he's like Kenji. Get along? That's a weird question. I wouldn't be on the student council if I couldn't get along with her. What about you? Do you two get along well? Even though he has a monotone voice, his face is as expressive as Shizune's. And that's how he really feels. It must run in the family. Looks like he isn't happy about my question for whatever reason. I'm sorry, I was only asking because you both act so much alike. I don't know why, but it feels like he's teasing me. Fortunately, it works. I don't like being compared to Shizune. You're a lot more like Shizune, but that's to be expected. I mistook you for her little sister, even. You know, people make that mistake, you should dress more appropriately. So, it's 2018! I understand, my clothes are perfectly seasonal. You're wearing leggings. What's with the stockings? They are cool! You act like my sister. Eventually people will start mistaking you for her. I guess my comment hit him harder than I thought. That would explain this attempt at turning around. I hate being compared to other people. She doesn't like it when she's compared to others either. Fuck. I thought the Hideki was a little more mature than Shizune, but they have the same competitive streak and inclination to provoke people. I wonder if he's like this because of Shizune or if it's the other way around. I know it's you, right? Okay, I get it. I shouldn't be so petty. Nice to little kids. Hideaki seems to accept this as an acknowledgement of defeat, which is something that I feel I can't let go. Nevertheless, I'll just have to let it go while I have the chance. I can hear Misha's laughter bouncing through the halls the moment I step through the door to the house, and follow it into what I would guess is the living room. It holds more people than I expected. Oh god! Why is Lily here? Among them I spot distinctive and familiar blonde ponytail. I'm more confused by why Lily is here than surprised. Shizune seems just as surprised. Lily doesn't look ecstatic about this chance meeting either. Who's this fucking fuckboy next to them? Essentially, is a tall and androgynous looking woman in a sharp suit. I like to assume that it's her older sister, but I don't want to risk it. I didn't expect that you would arrive so early. First I think she's talking to me, but it turns out she's referring to Shizune. I don't think Lily even notices my presence. I clearly walked in on him mid-conversation. Looks like her with her focus on Shizune, she couldn't hear me. Hello, Corbins. I should have rearranged my entire schedule for you. Shina says I should have rearranged my schedule just for you. Not you, Deathwave. That's like the Corbin. He isn't saying you're a trap. There's just people like okay, this woman. Can you even see my mouse? This woman right here is a woman. This is a man. This is a kid. This is a boy. That would have been nice, but I would not expect you to do such a thing. Oh, hi, Chen. You're finally here. Yeah. Hello, Lily. Oh, Sao, this is quite a surprise. Akira. Akira? This is Sao, a schoolmate. And Sao, this is Akira, my sister. Yo. Yo. She holds up her hand in a brief and quite casual gesture greeting. So she's the older sister after all. I hope we're not messing up any of your plans. Since we're only going to be here for one more day, Lily and I thought that she may as well come with me. Akira turns to me like she feels compelled to explain. I'm grateful for that. I suppose my position here would be best described as a babysitter. Akira ruffles Hideaki's hair as he carries on with his pastime of looking displeased. So, I'm guessing they live in the same neighborhood. That is demeaning. Really? Maybe I'll change my towel once you get a few more years on you, or at least a few centimeters. Ooh, 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 oof, 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 oof. God, damn, that's good. Like an interesting pair. Although Kira looks more like a lawyer than a babysitter. I'm not really sure why both she and Lily are here though. In the gun room, there are tennis rackets, golf clubs, and even a stack of fishing poles and tackle boxes secreted here and there. Behind every chair, in every corner, and under every table, there is some piece of outdoor hobbyist equipment. I pick up one of the fishing rods and play with it. This is a nice house. Jeez, it looks like your dad has a lot of hobbies. For a moment, I forgot to sign what I say, but Misha's already in the process of interpreting what I said to her. I'm still quite a little impressed at how automatic interpreting is for Misha. Do you fish? No, I don't know how. I kind of want to learn, as I heard it's relaxing. There's a river only a short drive away. My whole family knows how to fish. If you want, we could go there sometime. You and Hideaki can fish? Didn't expect people your age to know, considering it always seems like a hobby for old men. You know, Lily's great at cooking. If we had some fresh fish... Lily's good at cooking. I'm guessing that's going to be a thing in her route. You know what? I think I'm gonna start taking votes. Who should I do next after this one? I'm thinking of Hanako or Lily. I'm gonna be doing Misha and Rin eventually, but we'll take like kind of suggestions as to who to do next after this one. It's not hard to follow Kira's train of thought. If you want to eat fish, we could go to the store. Lily's voice sounds slightly more authoritative than usual. She really doesn't seem to share her sister's enthusiasm for the idea. It's more fun to go fishing. We could even make it like a game and try to see who catches the biggest one. That'd be exciting, right? Yeah. Hey, Chen, what do you think? It sounds fun, doesn't it? Yeah, it definitely could be. Sounds like a plan. I don't know how to fish either, so now's as good a time as any to learn. Her eyes shift towards Lily, who remains unmoved. This sours Akira's smile a bit and makes me wonder why Lily's being so obstinate about this. I don't think we have enough fishing equipment for everyone. We could take turns. It would be like a team battle. What's she saying? I'm not starting to like her family. This is like... Shizune's family has so far left a very bad first impression on me. We could take turns. She also wants to make it a contest. Come on, Lily. We may as well make the most of it. So this is going to be a competition to see who can catch the biggest fish or the most. Looks like the other sister understands better, as always. I guess I'd be like... What is older? What's older in ASL? Well, I guess it's more like a word of old. You can do ER, adding ER, but just going like this. Okay, this is old, so... Gina says that she supposedly would prefer to go to the store, right? It's much less work, so it's natural that she would. Going fishing would be more fun, though, and save money. Akira, you have the right idea. Akira gives a gracious, if slightly stilted, smile. Shizune's praise wasn't her goal, after all. I feel a bit bad for Lily. Isn't the river quite far away? I don't think it's that far. I can drive if we want to. I'm okay with it, as long as you catch something. Can your car fit this many people and a whole lot of fishing gear on top of that? She purses her lips. And her fingers on the counting up the amount of passengers and required cargo. If we're going to be taking me, Shizune, Misha, Lily, Kira, and Hideaki. 6 people. Damn, my car can only take 5. Actually, if Hideaki sat on my lap, we could... I'm not sitting on your lap. Well... I like Akira, though. Akira's really cool. Shizune says that her father's car would be big enough. What? The Fuga? If he doesn't mind us using it, then I guess we have no other choice. It was kind of bad forsaking my car, considering I won't have it for much longer. Despite Lily's obstinacy, Hideaki's questions of whether or not we'd prefer to eat first, then bet on a fish there that might fail to ever materialize, there is no way to dissuade Akira and Shizune as they agree on the transport plan. Look at this fuckboy. Look at Shizune. Misha's falling asleep. Honestly, Hisao's appearance isn't that bad. Like, usually there's a generic kind of character, but there's something about him that doesn't make him as generic, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that they just do show him. Akira's tits? I can't really see them. Are they good? Damn. I mean, Lily has the biggest chest in the game. That has been proven by me looking at the thing. Well, the biggest chest on a dating option. If we were to say who has the biggest chest, it'd probably be Yuko. Or Emi's mom. My expectations of a somewhat relaxing drive through the countryside are fulfilled. Akira's driving is as smooth and peaceful as the surroundings, to the point where Misha falls asleep during the trip. I thought this trip would have been rather too slow paced for Shizune's liking, but she seems to generally enjoy it. Even with Hideaki awkwardly sandwiched between her and the door, she just keeps looking out the window, smiling. The area surrounding the river is quite beautiful. Kira and Shizune head off for the river so quickly that we have no other choice but to chase them. We will be left in the dust otherwise. Fucking Bush and Cheney, goddamn. I can see Hideaki and Lily are just humoring their siblings. Lily being the more unenthusiastic of the two. Misha seems as happy as ever, though. Looks like she managed to latch on to some of Shizune Akira's excitement, as she is known to do. As for myself, I'd rather eat now, but the thought of fresh fish prepared by Lily is appealing. I'm not actually much of a fish guy. I don't like seafood. The river is larger than I'd imagined, although very scenic and peaceful. Other than a small pier apparently built just to fish off of, this place looks untouched by civilization, and it makes me realize how much greenery I've seen lately. Zane pulls Misha away so that they can explain how to fish to Akira. Lily and Hideaki are talking between themselves, so I decided to join the enthusiastic trio. So which one of these lures should I use then? Can I use this cute little one? Wait, this is a contest. We need to pick teams first. Shizune and I will be on one team, of course. Hichan, you're going to be on our team too, won't you? You can be the student council team. Okay. Alright then, that makes me, Hideaki, and Lily on the other team. Lily, what should we call ourselves? I don't see why it matters. I don't think it matters. Team no enthusiasm is. Why can't Akira be a dating option? How old is she? That's probably why. I love Akira. Yet again, Akira's best efforts were rebuffed. Shizune and Misha, on the other hand, have no lack of enthusiasm whatsoever. Hazao, you can be our point man. Please try hard to catch as many, or the biggest fish as possible. Why me? No one even taught me how to fish yet. They can be called Team Fuckboys. That's a good one, Deathwave. We can do that now. After a quick tutorial, Shizune immediately tries to draw us into a discussion about the strategy in a tag team fishing competition. That competition doesn't seem particularly applicable to a sport where you spend hours sitting down hoping a fish bites a worm. Aren't there fishing competitions, though? Looks like Hideaki got stuck with the spare rod. You know it's just a string tied to a bamboo pole, right? That means when deciding the order, you should go against him. Wait, what? Why me? Seriously? Is there gonna be a minigame? You have the least experience here, Hichan. Yeah, so who's the best here? Shizune? Hideaki's brother. He's probably just as good. He probably fishes all the time. Since he lives closer to the lake, he might even be better. Watching you three makes my head hurt. You know I'm only hearing 2/3 of conversation, right? What's this about? Picking our lineup. Kira makes a troubled face. She's getting impatient, which probably isn't too unreasonable. If you're impatient, that only makes me more excited. Now I want to play for higher stakes. I love Shizune. What's she saying? She wants to play for higher stakes. I wouldn't be too hasty. We have beginner's luck twice over on our side. After all, the only way you'll be able to beat that is by catching a whole ocean. Also, Lily's blind. Two girls got stuck with a spare rod. Giggity. The kid has the spare rod. This is a freshwater body of water. You marine biologists. A weird insult delivered with unblinking and innocent good cheer. Akira doesn't seem bothered. She laughs it off, and Shizune looks like you. Your usual Mr. Self again. I'm glad they get along. So, are we going to pick teams or what? Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm getting kind of hungry. Sao, Misha, and I are one team, and Lily, Hideaki, and you are on the other, aren't you? This is the most obvious arrangement. Wouldn't mixing up a little be more fun though? You don't want to fish with your own sister? She's blind. Well, neither of us know how to fish, so putting us both of us on the same team is kinda. Well, sounds like I've heard something kind of dangerous. I try to change the subject before she can turn. Then I could just look on her face into anything more. So I guess you and Shizune know each other. Sure do. We go way back. We the way back boys, because we go way back. Akira throws an annoying grin at Shizune. It's not until Misha's finished translating what she said that Shizune gains a troubled face. Akira is different from Lily. Aside from how they look, she's much more informal and laid back. I expected Lily's family to be all proper and formal like her, so this is a surprise. But I feel like she's easy to talk to. Much as I like talking about catching fish, we should probably actually do it sometime. Would you suggest that there should be lined up like in baseball, or should it be everyone at once, or tag team, or tag battle style? Can everyone sit wherever they want, or do teams have to stick together? Do we call where we fish? What fish sizes will we be counting? Seeing Kira grown after Misha dutifully translates her, Shizune rubs her glasses, laughing silently. Never mind, let's just fish then. It can be an individual contest. This is cute. Akira doesn't really have tits. I sit down, ready to fish, although I'm not feeling very confident. Everyone else is already sitting, except Akira, who takes a seat next to me and throws her line out after taking off her suit jacket and rolling up her sleeves. Misha and Hideaki end up sitting on the shore and fishing together, so there's not enough room to appear for everyone. Truth be told, I'd rather be sitting next to Shizune, but Akira seems approachable though. Enough. Careful there, you're a little close, don't take our lines, okay? So you've never fished before? No, but I've seen a bit of it on TV. I always wanted to catch one of those big fish with a sword for a face. Marlin, I think. But correctly, those are from the ocean. They are saltwater fish. I know that. Why is everyone acting like I don't know the difference between freshwater and saltwater fish? If you aren't careful, you'll scare off the fish, saltwater or not. Lily does look cute. As does Shizune. Akira's voice is somewhat loud between her attempts to both egg on Shizune and keep Lily entertained. So she may have a point. My line doesn't seem to be picking up anything, but I don't know how much of that is down to Akira. Shizune does her best to relax in the sun, and pulls the look off very well. But I can tell that she'd be slightly put off by not knowing what's being talked about. Not having Misha around can be a real problem. And so, what's the score so far? Are we winning? Oh, we are, given that I've entrusted you with our team's success. There's you some awkward signing with creative placement of my rod. It's probably close to being gibberish in spoken terms. You're like, right there, can't you tell? Disappointing. You let yourself get distracted. You should have stayed focused. Should have known. Well, it's 0-0 in any case. Akira took us, although it's clear that really took the wind out of her sails. Is it just numbers now, or are we keeping track of sides too? Both. Grading matters. Who's gonna be grading then? Are you a certified fish judge? She usually shakes her head to signify that she isn't. But it doesn't seem like it'd be very hard. Tell me she should stop flailing her hands around like that. It's scaring all the fish away. And ask Hideaki why he hasn't even bothered to cast yet. Well, I look over to Two and yell what Shizune said to him. Shi-chan, I think he's upset that he struck with the backup rod. Misha is largely unable to sign anything currently right now. She only gets a puzzled look from Shizune. Her reply. Shizune just sighs after I translate it for her. Hey, even if you're depressed about it, you've got to try. You could catch the big one for all you know. But you won't catch anything unless you do. I feel that at least half of her encouragement is because if Hideaki does catch the big one, she wants to be there to eat it. And having 6 people fishing just leads to better chances of catching someone than having 5. The constant awkward shuffling I have to do it to communicate with Shizune, not to mention her increasing fidgeting, makes me think it might be good to give her a go at fishing. Hey guys, can we switch over now? Sure, Lily? No, please, I have no idea how to fish. I sign what they say, given that I seem to have taken Misha's place as she's in the turtle right now. How magnanimous of you, Lily. She's blind! Oh boy, here we go. I don't know about the translating way she said for fear of sparking another fight. Shizune says she should at least try it. Might even turn out to be fun. Very well. I'm curious. How do you use this? It's pretty simple. I wonder how ethical it is to purposely completely change what Shizune said like that. At least it paid off. This is cute. Though the faces are the same. Except for herself, strangely enough. Mickey, out of the way. I need to lay down. My legs are very thick. I think I understand. What bait do you think would be best to use? I prefer something that wouldn't hurt the fish too much. If you're putting a hook out through your mouth, I don't think the bait's going to hurt them much more. And letting it go? No, don't do that. It isn't big. There's little point in killing it. My hands feed, it's much easier for me to interpret what everyone's saying. Now she seems the one that has to deal with her hands being full, but she seems to take it in her stride. That's so arrogant. Okay, I'll only reel in the big ones too, from now on. What's she saying? Kira just decides I have to interpret for her. No, I don't like that only. You know, a fish is a fish, and you take what you can get. Fortunately, Shizune can't hear it. He doesn't seem to be paying much attention now. Lily's taking the fishing easily. It is a very relaxed activity after all. It isn't long before they both catch a fish, and surprisingly, Lily is just as interested in which is the bigger of the two as Shizune is. As the hours pass, it seems like they're even starting to have fun. At the end of the day, we have several good-sized fish between us. Even Hideaki and Misha managed to catch one. No one brings up that we were competing to see who could catch more. I don't think it matters to anyone anymore. Shizune and Misha are talking between themselves some distant way, and Lily and Hideaki are doing the same. I decided to take advantage of the quiet moment and talk to with Akira. Lily and Shizune got on well today. Didn't really expect it, after seeing how they act towards each other in school. Hold on, my bed. My sheets are a bit out of place. Close enough. Alright. Alright, Kosaki. Sleep well. Have a good one. She goes into me snore. It looks like she doesn't take the feeding as seriously as I do. They got their reasons. Lee and I are going away for a while tomorrow, so we thought we'd just pop by. In the end, I'm glad we did. After a brief silence, she stretches loudly and then claps her hands to get everyone's attention. There. Except for Shizune's opposite, because she can't hear. Well, it looks like enough to feed everyone. We should be getting back now. Lilia nods, but then hesitates, even with her face clouding a bit. She still looks to be in a better mood than this morning. Akira really seems to know how to handle her, and diffuse her antipathy towards Shizune pretty well. Maybe that's what it is. I kind of wish I had some soy sauce so I could just eat it now. I thought you wanted me to cook it. You don't think eating it raw would be okay? I think that'd be very dangerous. Despite Akira's protest or joking, as I can't tell which, we decided to wait to at least cook the fish before eating it. It's already become pretty late while we're out, and by the time we arrive back, it's a good time for dinner. Some of my pills fell out all over the bottom of my bag, which I didn't realize until minutes before I was set to go to bed last night. I spent quite a bit of time scraping them out of my luggage. By the time I get up, I'm already starting the day with a migraine from a combination of trouble finding sleep and waking up late. When I step into the room, Hideaki is there finishing up his breakfast, his fork raised midway to his mouth. He seems unsure whether he should continue eating or greet me. Maybe I should back out of the room. Good morning. Morning. What do you think we should have for breakfast? We? Aren't you eating breakfast right now? Yes, everyone else ate already. Despite that, he repeats his question again. He's trying to be nice. It's an odd way to show it, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I'm feeling pretty hungry. Try to make some conversation with him while I'm getting my breakfast, to fill in the silence. Fishing trip yesterday was fun. Do the Hakamichis and Satus often get together like that? Not really. I see. I don't really. There's a brief pause before Hideaki deigns to fill me in with a little more. Family issues. Our fathers are brothers-in-law and do not like each other. Hearing that gives me plenty to think about. It puts the way Shizune and Lily deal with each other into context and makes me even more wary of getting involved. Ah, family issues can be troublesome. Thanks to me nods as I sit at the table with my breakfast. I wish you were a little easier to converse with. While meeting, I noticed that the house seems oddly quiet for a place with Misha in it. If Shizune and Misha ate breakfast already, it can't be because they're asleep. I asked Hideaki where they are. He originally left to run some errands for our dad. The local business people love dealing with Misha, so he insisted. Well, she's got a nice and cheerful personality. I can see why they would. Maybe you should start taking lessons for her. You could increase your business connections. Are you serious? You sound serious. I don't know what kind of business connections the little kid would need. Maybe he wants to have the best bake sale fundraiser ever. It's a shame I'll eventually have to leave here and won't be around to see whatever he is planning. I know what kind of person Shizune's dad is again. Other than relatively outdoorsy, what I know so far is that he asked his business partners and friends of his daughter to do favors for him. I'm assuming he's extremely shy or extremely lazy. Maybe it's a rude call to make so early, but it would certainly explain a large chunk of Shizune's personality. Do you want to go anywhere? Not really. Why do you? I thought there might be somewhere you want to go, but you don't want to do some sightseeing or eat at a specific restaurant? I don't know. I've never been here before. I see.
Steps asking what Shizune was like when she was younger, but she managed to sidetrack me with just one question. This appears to be as awkward a conversation for him as it is for me. You sure you guys will please today? Why are you being so nice? Are you showing your secret nice side now that your sister isn't around? You're sort of right. Shizune wants me to keep you company today. I don't want to trouble him and try to make him see that, but Hideaki is as stubborn as a sister and feels as if this is his duty. He also seems to be earnestly trying to be nice. Quickly, I start to realize that Hideaki's idea of fun is fishing, collecting cameras, and making esoteric puns. Fishing is fun, but it's something I would rather do than discuss. The same goes for cameras. I'd rather handle them than collect them. Oh. This is something Hideaki picks up on himself. Are you bored? I'm not bored at all. I almost yawned the word, so Hideaki ignores him entirely. You are bored. Shizune said to be entertaining, and I think I don't know how to do that. I am entertained. You don't sound entertained. I am. Yeah. Are you robbing me? Yes. Why do you yell? I hope you do not yell so much around Shizune. It's hard to tell if he's joking. Either way, I'm a bit surprised. I tried to play it off and change the subject. Do you just collect cameras, or are you into photography too? Not really. If I did, there'd be more photos in this house than there currently are. What is there to take pictures of? I don't know, birds, architecture, one of those restaurants you were talking about? I thought the city had tons of cool stuff. I can live in a place with so much to do and do nothing. I thought you didn't know what there was to do here. Suddenly you have many ideas and are an authority on how interesting it is. You are like our board of tourism. Do you want to go watch birds or buildings? Okay, no need to get so mad. I'm not mad, I just think that if you feel that strongly about it, then we should go to an amusement park. Why? So you can be amused, it'll be fun. Will we have the same flat, unfun expression on his face when we're riding roller coasters and drop towers? It would sure bring the fun levels down. The thought does not convince me that it's worth the trip. I don't know, it always sounds to me like going to an amusement park. You know, you'd spend more time waiting in lines than actually doing stuff. You'd have to go earlier than this just to skip the lines. Have you ever been to one? No, but it seems like that is what it's like. Fine, what about regular park? There's one nearby that Shizune likes going to. Maybe she'll be there, and I can unload you onto her. You unload? I'm not luggage. You want to go to the amusement park? I don't know what to do. Though I've heard his feelings very refusing to go with him. I'm already rationalizing my decision. I don't like waiting in lines. It would be too much like a day. I'd rather go with Shizune. It'd be too tiring. It's nothing personal. It's just that I kind of want Shizune to show me around town instead. I don't think that with my condition, going to amusement park would be such a hot idea. Ah, nice park. Wait, have we been to this park before? Is this the same park that was in Emmy's? No, it can't be. No, it's not. The park is close enough that their property could almost be considered an extension of it. Both it and Shizune's backyard look about the same, except that the bark has benches. The park has benches and more people. That said, it's quite nice. There are even people out walking their dogs and children flying kites that can be seen lazily drifting back and forth over trees in the distance. I could sit here in a relaxing and scenic place like this forever. Hideki, on the other hand, looks like he's extremely bored. I want to poke him to see if he's still alive. But would he react either way? Are you bored? No. Are you going to jog or play frisbee with dogs like everyone else? Is that what people do in parks? Do you not know what to do in a park? Well, you go to parks to get back to nature and enjoy the atmosphere. That's why you jog in the park instead of just on the sidewalk or something. You can jog anywhere. I can't believe I'm having this conversation. How do you not know this? How can you not know this? You shouldn't have brought that up. It's too weird. Have you ever heard of children should be seen, not heard? Yes. I lied. I'm bored. Would you like to play a game? I'm going to oddly enough to hope that he understands I don't want to. He doesn't care in fact. He doesn't care. In fact, he's already touring with a deck of playing cards. Why are you sad? That's why we are here. I thought we were going to here to look for Shizune. Exactly. That's why we should play a game. It's a Shizune trap. You can trap anything, including people. He's not wrong. If we compete against each other in the spirit of competition and in a sportsmanly manner, she'd be drawn here to the challenge, to challenge the winner, like a shark. Then I would defeat her, like a safari hunter, then take a photo of the award ceremony. Sharks do not go around challenging people to games of chance like dojo breakers. When did you bring that camera? Anyway, no, I get enough games hanging out with your sister. Oh, come on, it'd be fun. We can play chess. With cards? Sorry. Oh, God. Please, no. Besides, playing chess in the park is something old people do. Like Fichon. You're going to get old too fast if you keep doing all this old man stuff. Hideaki freezes like I suddenly started speaking a foreign language. Maybe I offended him again. Maybe he's secretly 50 years old and it's just aged incredibly well. Him being Shinji's brother could be a cover story. What about checkers or Go? Or even that game is fine, even though I don't like it. If board games aren't your thing, we can play card games. Any other than 7 card because it is for wimps. Are you afraid that you will lose? If you can beat me, I'll give you candy. Hideaki, you're just like Shizune. I'm starting to think this is all pretense to play games. No, that is not true. You are. I bet that competitive streak is genetic. I'll sell you to science. No one can own a human being. How about I teach you some sign language instead? When Shizune asked me if I wanted to come here, we talked though, and it seemed like you and your dad don't use sign language. I'm just guessing, but if you don't, I could teach you some. I'm not a master at it, though. I think it might be good for you to move your arms more anyway. He barely moves his arms. Most of the time, they just hang limply at the sides. How unnerving. It's bothering me that Shizune's entire family apparently doesn't know how to sign. I wonder what she did before she met Misha. Did he just hire translators for her? Did she write out everything on that pad she carries around? The second is the most likely, or she could type it out on a phone. That would explain why she dislikes play a video game. I'm doing that right now, so why she dislikes using the pad so much. So that is, I could sort of see why Hideaki or Dad might not bother to learn sign language. Probably was too much of a hassle at the time. It's very easy to think that. From what I've seen so far, though, none of them hold it against each other or are too badly affected by it. It could be that I'm overthinking the situation. Come on. Well, to be honest, I'm still learning sign language myself. I brought all my books along with me so I can keep up, you know? Still, I can at least teach you the alphabet. It's pretty simple. This is kite. I feel really quiet right now, and even more so when Hideaki stares back at me blank as if the entire concept of learning is alien to him. Shizune likes flying kites here as well. This is his attempt to salvage the conversation, and I'm happy to oblige. Fishing and now kites too? Shizune really likes all these relaxing hobbies? Fighter kite. Fighter kites. Actually, about Shizune. Hideaki freezes as Misha appears behind him and puts her hands over his eyes. Hi, guess who? He finally seems to be loosening up too. Hi, Misha, is Shizune with you? Icha, no spoilers, don't spoil it. Don't ruin the surprise, okay? Misha. Bingo, that's right, but it was too easy somehow. I know what she means by somehow. Too many people can tell it's me. I want to surprise someone. I thought for sure that Hideaki would be fooled. Why weren't you? You're the only person who does that. You and kidnappers. Really? Hahaha. Why do you laugh? Are you giving yourself trouble? Thought you would take him somewhere more exciting than the park. Is he even that far from home? You're so lazy. Yeah, if you're giving you trouble, you should have taken somewhere more exciting. The park's too close though. She says you're lazy. You wanted to come here. Why are you so argumentative? I have to keep my little brother in line. What is she saying? You must be kept in line. Really? They're ready to go at each other's throats this quickly. On one hand, I've heard that siblings fighting so much isn't uncommon. The fact that they fight at all proves that there has to be some level of communication going on. So it's nice they get along. They go all the way back home. Misha translates for Shizune and I for Hideaki. So it looks more like we're the ones arguing instead, except not really. Nobody could listen to Misha and believe that. The day got entertaining in the end, at least. We did nothing for the rest of the day? Why? Why am I so tired? I need to sit up. I need to eat something. I got a Slim Jim. Despite having only been here for 2 days, it feels like I've been much longer. I wake up feeling more tired than refreshed. Maybe it's because I've been moving around almost constantly since I got here. Yeah. Whatever the reason, it's making me get up unusually late each day. It's like sleeping in. I don't like to rip these open. It's like
I want to feel like a savage. Got it. I like sleeping in, but it could be inconvenient if it ends up becoming a habit. I can hear a deep male voice shouting loudly in the background. It must be Shizune's dad, or maybe, with the size of this place, its creditors. More likely the former, since the yelling doesn't seem angry, just loud. What? What? Are you kidding me? Sorry. Shizune, Misha, and Hideaki are sitting in the living room, having a one-sided conversation with a giant bear man. This guy looks like a fucking ninja, exactly, Deathwave. This is Shizune's dad? How? I guess it explains why she's so competitive, but I mean, come the fuck on. How could he make that a son? Why is he twirling the sword? At least he keeps the wristwatch that they both have. Having one second conversation with a giant bearman who alternates between shoveling away food from a plate balanced on his leg and twirling a sword. Or she's an Hideaki alike, I'd expected their dad to be very reserved, clean-cut, possibly androgynous person. So I'm pretty surprised. I'm surprised for a while until he starts talking to me. Hello, you must be Shizune's other friend. Did you have a good night's rest? His name's Huge Man. The guest rooms are a bit sparse. If there's anything you need, feel free to tell me. Yeah, and I expect him to be really cool too if this is what he looks like, because he looks really cool, man. I love her dad. Her dad's amazing. This is a great dad. Oh. Thanks, you must be Shizune's father. It's nice to meet you. I'm Shizune's classmate, Isao Nakai. The pleasure is mine. I've wanted to meet you after hearing that I would have a second guest in my house. Unexpected. You hear something like that, and obviously you want to see what that person is like. Would you like my business card? Here's my business card. He opens up a case full of them for a second, and as you can see that his name is Jigoro, and that is Jigoro Hakamichi. What an awesome name. And that his office hours are from 8 to 6. They also say that he's a consultant. What a prepared guy, carrying his card case around in his own home. Why is he so cool? We're just sitting down to a slight late lunch. You're just in time to join us. Good, pick a place to sit down, and I'll bring you a plate. I hope you don't mind eating bear liver. What? Did you kill it yourself? I thought that bear liver was toxic. Either way, the thought of eating a bear liver doesn't appeal to me other than for the ability to tell people I've eaten bear liver. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try it, but Shizune's dad merely laughs. I'm just making a joke, although maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to cook some bear liver for you kids. They'll make you strong. They're actually having omelets. I'll make you one right now. Is that unusual for you, having an omelet for lunch? This guy's a fucking badass, even though he eats bear liver. I mean, I know it didn't say that. Shizune, I just want to get married to you just so I can say that's my father-in-law. I mean, other than you being a good person, of course. That's it. Very, very unusual. No, not at all. Do you arrange this where the kitchen must be? It's like my dad. My dad can make an omelet pretty quickly. Of course, omelets probably aren't that hard to make. You just like put some stuff and you put the egg in, then you put the stuff in the egg, and then you flip it over, and then you got the omelet. Your arrange is where the kitchen must be. I'm surprised that despite living in this place, he has to cook my lunch. Maybe he only cooks because he likes to. That's a good, this is...
I thought it was gonna be like, oh man, maybe he's probably an asshole. No, he's just a really cool dude. Like, what the fuck? I gotta take a picture of this. Hold on. I gotta use... I'm gonna be using Mirrorless for a moment. I have to take a picture of this guy. Like, Jesus Christ, my dude! This guy's awesome! There, I sent it to some friends. Like, Jesus Christ, dude! My steaming plate of food is done in a very short time. It smells really good. Omelets aren't that hard to make. He looks like he doesn't want to be related to him. Dude, I'd want to be related to him. I mean, no offense, my dad's great. My dad's a great father. I love him a lot. But come on, like, if I was a dude, I could be like, yeah, this is my father. He's fucking great. Love him. Are you in a student council like Shizune? Is the student council that busy that Shizune has to drag her friends along with her everywhere she goes? Sunset vacation is just a vacation. I forgot what it... Huh, I need to look it up. What was it? What was I doing? I was doing something. Oh, yeah, vacation. Lightly jab your thumbs into your chest and shoot from your armpits. If you use a single motion, it means time off or work. If you do double motion, it means actual vacation or period of not working. So it's like, this is vacation. You're right about the student council part. I think we're just here for fun, though. Okay, oh yeah, by the way, forgot. Bets on if we're going to fuck in her own room. Bets. We gotta take bets. I see, is that right? When I was young, our student council had so much work that I don't think we could have afforded going on vacation. It must be nice having so much free time. Should give you plenty of time to think about your future. I do not like the direction the discussion is taking. And starting to think about how to avoid it. About what you want to do? You know what? Shizune, if you're gonna be in a relationship with Shizune, eventually she has to know, dude. Like, what if he's not gonna tell her, and then they're gonna have sex, and then he's gonna have a heart attack. No, I haven't given it much thought recently. What do you do if you don't mind me asking? It must be something pretty cool if we can get you a house like this. Why do you want to do with that? Children aren't interested in business. No business of yours is my business. Suspicious. Are you some kind of tax man, boy? I guess he does not like being asked questions. Hei-chan isn't a tax collector's boy. I think. Hei-chan, what do your parents do? You never told us. You, be quiet. Don't interrupt me. I hate being interrupted. Rude. I mean, he's not wrong, but then again, that's kind of a rude thing to say. It doesn't look happy with this turn of events. Even with Misha unable to sign to her what's going on, she can read the mood easily. Her glare becomes more smoldering as Yugo continues to rant. One more thing, my fishing equipment. I came home and it was just in a big pile in the corner. Where I was just stacked haphazardly on top of tackle. Okay, maybe he's not that cool. That was me. I can't remember. That's gonna be my voice for him. That was me. I can't remember if it actually was him. If it wasn't, I appreciate that he's willing to take one for the team. Doesn't matter because Yugo ignores him without skipping a beat. Sal's future is gonna be she's gonna be pants. Technically not wrong in terms of like if they decide to have kids or not. Well, anyway, I'm glad that my fishing equipment can provide so much entertainment for my daughter's friends. Not even tell me you're going to be using them. Such expensive, custom-made poles. Not for dilettantes. I suddenly become aware of the eggshell fragments in my omelet. Is he just a bad cook? Does he eat them for the calcium? Were they purposely added there to give me more discomfort? My dad doesn't break... Well, then again, my dad doesn't break eggs to make omelets. He gets, like, you know, usually liquid egg in a carton. I guess it's kind of cheating, isn't it? Though confused, I'm not as nervous as I think I would normally be. Then again, my life has been pretty strange lately, and I keep running into all sorts of different people. It's like as if I'm a main character in a visual novel or something. Nothing surprises me anymore. Didn't even properly clean them after use. Terrible. You even know how to fish? Unlikely. There aren't enough poles here for all of you. How does that work? Did you all share? One person baits the hook, and another casts? 2 people to reel? Incompetent. Well, 6 of us went, so we couldn't all do it at the same time. First it was just me, Akira, Hideaki, and Misha. Stop talking! That sounds unspeakably dirty. I've had enough of your filth. How vulgar. How vulgar. Make sure that your statements are not so embarrassing carelessly worded next time. Oh boy! I'm not sure I'm liking him anymore. What? What? You were so disrespectful. Amazing. Are all delinquent types like this? Even the way you dress this shows disregard for authority. Sweater vest? Disgraceful. What? And you, Bush? Cheney? What are you? Fucking Nazi? Delinquent, I'm on the student council. Hurt by his comment on my sweater vest, especially when it's coming from a guy in such a tacky shirt. He can't really say anything though. He has a sword. He might also kill bears. Misha puts her plate down on the table. That was delicious. Shichan and I are done now. Hichan, you are too, right? We should get going. That was a simple yet effective exit strategy. I really have the time to put down my plate before they pull me up and out of there and find the outside. Unbelievable. It's like I'm really watching an interrogation. This is not a cop show. Guests really have responsibilities. But hasn't he ever heard of being gracious host? Really? Misha tends to sloppily mimic Shizune's angry, chopping gestures as best as she can. So obviously she doesn't get her personality from her father, except maybe the competitive part. I wonder what her mother's like. Is her mother dead? Is this that fucking, like, opposite of Emmy quest? I know Hanukkah's family's probably all dead. Poor kid. Yeah. Misha's pushing down too, but the tone of her voice is the same as ever, thus lacking the anger necessary to bring it all together. Oh, don't take it too hard, Hichan. Hichan's dad does this to everyone. I think it's like a joke. That was the most aggressive joke possible. I'm also not all convinced that it was a joke, considering this hastily staged retreat. But this isn't a good moment to discuss how Shizune's father might be a jerk. Hichan, let's go shopping. You haven't been to town yet, have you? It'll be fun. We can see the sights and go to an amusement park. Maybe eat at a good restaurant. We just had lunch. Even though I didn't eat much. Okay, in that case, we have to make sure that today is so busy that by the time we're done, it'll be time for dinner. Works out perfectly. Come on, Hichan. They immediately thank me and hook my arms with theirs. Shizune taking one arm and Misha taking the other. At first, we almost trip over each other. Shizune walks at a very brisk pace, and Misha has an unusually bouncy way of moving around. We get the hang of it soon, and I noticed we're going to town by cutting through the park. It doesn't seem efficient, so I'm guessing this is a scenic route. Walking this way hinders how we can communicate with each other significantly. I can't talk to Shizune at all. Shizune and Misha are down to one-handed gestures only. Feels nice now, so I don't mind too much. Flanked by ladies. I make a crack about it to Misha. She responds with mild confusion. Hichan, if you really want Shichan's attention, you can tell me, and then I can tap her on the shoulder for you. You didn't go out doing himself. How are you going to tap her on the shoulder from over there? Like this. Shizune stops in her tracks roughly, tries to reach behind her back, across her shoulders to get Shizune's attention. She eats, but only because when Misha stopped, I had to as well, or else we'd all fall over. Obviously, Shizune had to jerk to a halt too. The sight makes Misha let out one of her characteristic laughs. She yanks us around more, and she starts flailing her free hand to get her to stop, which only causes her to laugh harder. It's pretty funny to watch her getting so flustered, and I start laughing too. Oh, another day has gone by now? I thought we were gonna go to the amusement park and he was gonna have a heart attack. I've been neglecting my sign language studies, so I should probably spend some time studying up on it. Although I think I've learned a lot just by osmosis. I'm very proud of that, and we'll have to be careful not to brag about it. Most of the books I brought with me aren't manuals on learning sign language, but something about different signing dialects. I know Shizune has some secret signals with Misha that only the two of them know the meaning of. As you can cover them, this book caught my eye in the school library. Maybe I should incorporate some examples of my own signing to mess with them. So make sure that they have started using their code words more when I started learning sign language. That will teach them. After a quick break for a shower, I resumed practicing my signing in my guest room mirror. Yesterday, I crashed my fingers against each other pretty hard. It still smarts. What are you, a pussy? What are you, fucking bitch baby boy? It's still smarts, and I don't want to repeat of that to happen again. I heard a knock on the door behind me and turned to find a guy standing inside the doorway staring at me. How polite of him to knock, but usually you don't open the door first. What are you doing? I'm practicing sign language. How long have you been standing there? I did not see anything. That isn't the point. I don't even know what he means by that. It's not like I was doing something that I would be ashamed to have people see me doing. Well, sign language must look strange to most people. I'm only used to it from being around Shizune and Misha so much. I'm brushing up on my sign language and reading about it too. Stuff like the history of it, even though they cover it in sign language class. Your school teaches sign language as a class? Yeah, one of the first things they brought up was that it's not very common to do that. I guess we're very international or something. Huh. I guess my university is pretty unique in it too, I guess, maybe. Or maybe over the years from this game coming out, they kind of added more and more just to... Because my philosophy with it is that, sure, you can learn another language, but deaf people can't learn to hear. They can get hearing aids, sure, but other than that, it's like... So you might as well learn their language because they don't have really a choice in the matter. It looks fun. Well, I wouldn't call it fun. I'd call it somewhat fun. If you do not enjoy it, it seems like a lot of work to go through just to talk to my sister. Your sister's fucking hot, dude. She's really cute. And I like her boobs. She's very thick. Everyone keeps saying that. His mouth twitches like he was about to laugh. But you're saying to yourself, come to think of it, he hasn't laughed once since I met him. I could take it as a compliment, but he doesn't laugh at me. He doesn't laugh at me, so, but I'm curious to see it. She didn't eat the same. Laugh! Why? As fast as the most direct way I could think of towards accomplishing my goal. Can you teach me sign language? He says it plainly, but his body language is nervous, showing that he clearly needs to put some effort into task. I guess Hideaki likes his sister after all. I think Misha is a lot more approachable though. I wonder why I didn't ask her. Secretly, I'm shouting, yes! 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 I thought he wanted to learn sign language and even brought it up. Hold on. Let's wrap us up. One of the things my friend just asked is like, did you get the girl to go down to you? Like, and then I started thinking like, have we even kissed yet? Did that embrace count as a kiss? Because I don't think they kissed. They would have drawn a CG of it. But he had evaded this. It turns out I was right after all. I don't really know why this makes me so pleased. Sure. Now that I think about it, I'm not a sign language teacher. I don't even know where to start. In class, I'd be learning stuff gradually over the week. And see, I expect you to teach him anything usable in a one-day crash course? I mean, okay, I don't know how hard Japanese sign language is as compared to American. But I'm sure you can get the basics of like, hi, how are you? Good, thank you. Sorry, kind of thing. Deaf, hearing. My teacher spent a couple of days just giving a history sign language. I decided to start off with that. What my teacher started with, what my professor started with, I forgot his name. I can't believe I forgot his name. He's a really cool dude. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in here. His name is Dave Sladek. He's very everyone in the deaf community apparently knows him, because he's hearing, but he was born in a deaf family. 92% of the deaf come from hearing families. Oh yeah, I forgot one of the first things we learned was like shy, which is this. That kind of thing. But then, okay, here's the thing that he made sure to make it important to differentiate. This is shy. Wait. This is shy. This is prostitute. Anyway, sorry about that. I feel so bad for like being... Yeah, so the thing is, he taught us about deaf culture on the first day. The thing about the ASL class was that it was one of those classes that's like 3 hours. Of course, we'd get out in like 2 and maybe 2.5. And I decided to start with that, just to buy some time while I figure out how I can segue into hard stuff. What's hard? Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. Japanese sign language. Let's look at that. Just gonna make this a separate window, and then we'll put that up. We'll use this as like a lesson. Why don't we? No? Huh. Doesn't seem to wanna... Okay, cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel it. Let me get a look at it. So established until 1878 in Kyoto. Until 1948, deaf children were not required to attend school to receive a formal education. Damn. To be... Hi. Let's see what it's like to say hi in Japanese sign language. This website's very sarcastic and I like it. And let's see. I just want to see how do you say hi. Yeah, in Japanese sign language. You want to say hello in American sign language? You tap your fingers against your brow. Salute. But in JSL, the sign for hello is holding your 2 pointer fingers a few inches apart, and then bending them towards one another. Oh, your pointing fingers. Oh, okay. Your 2 pointer fingers a few inches apart, and then bending them towards one another. Oh, like 2 people bowing towards each other. Oh, that's cute. That's how I say hello. Hello. Okay then. Interesting. Huh. But you just spent a couple of... Yeah. Hideki raises... 5 minutes in, Hideki raises his hand. I don't understand what you were doing. Well, you can't just jump into teaching, you know. You have to ease into it. It's like when you go swimming. You don't just jump in the lake like in some movie. I do not swim. It's like scientists managed to create a process to suck out all the hyperactive, infuriating, and childish qualities of a small child, then plant him into the dad, creating a raging jerk dad and leaving behind Hideaki. begin to feel claustrophobic despite the fact that the guest room is 3 times bigger than my dorm room and there's just the 2 of us in here. It's all in my head. I know it, and I don't care. I still use the excuse to move to listen outside. Let's go outside, yeah. Ooh, pretty. It's a lot easier to concentrate out here. Even the precious few seconds it took to relocate managed to allow me to sort my thoughts. There were no questions during this time. Hideaki can't seem to talk and walk at the same time. However, I start to realize that if I'm going to teach him anything, I have to keep the lesson constantly moving. The second there's an opening for it, he will ask a question which will lead to more questions, and then there's no end to it. The second time he asks me why certain hand motions mean what it does, and I have to reach deep into my memory to look for etymology. I don't know about a gesture. I only knew about a month longer than him. I start looking for an out. It is weird, like, trying to learn why is this sign this or this sign that. It is weird, like, trying to, like, figure that out, because, like, how is this vacation? You know? Live makes sense. Oh no, this is tired. By the way, this is tired. Sorry, I did that, and that's not it, but yeah, this is live. So, yeah. Hey Jackie, let's take a break. It should be easy to figure out why this is hello, though, because it's like 2 people bowing. Hello! Okay. What is your school like? This kid is like a little reporter, but it makes sense for someone his age to be curious, and this one question I don't mind. So, like, I never thought about it. It's on the top of this mountain, so it feels like a kind of isolated and lonely up there sometimes, even though that's also why it has a pretty great view. Since they're interesting, actually I felt bad at first. You know what kind of school it is, right? Yes. I feel bad because I didn't want to go there. I don't even remember exactly what I was thinking at the time. Probably because it was something like a school for crippled people would be a depressing place. They were telling me to go be forgotten there. Then everyone there was just living their lives for the most part, so I felt even worse. It wasn't different at all, so I felt like kind of a jerk. Zuna was the first person I met. She's in most of my classes. Misha too. They're always together. I guess the school is accommodating enough to pair them up as much as possible. There's this girl in my class, Hanuka, whom I feel bad for. She has these burns and seems to have a complex about them. But I think she looks fine. She's a cute girl, and friends with Lily too. You know Lily, right? Does she bring up Hanako? Yes, sometimes. I'm trying to remember who else is interesting. We have a little track star ace who runs on these prosthetics. This is one girl, Rin, who doesn't have arms, but she's a great painter. All her art has this harsh, alive quality. Have you ever been to Yumaki? You've probably seen some of it hanging around. A little weird sometimes, but I've always heard that artistic and creative types are like that. That reminds me, the guy who lives across the hall from me is pretty weird too, but he can be interesting at least. You're also interesting. Thank you. Wait, what do you mean by that? Is that bad? What's with that tone? What does that even mean? Are you saying I'm weird, Hideaki? You talk a lot. My first instinct is to go on the defensive, but the more I think about it, he has a point. I don't know, some force outside of my grasp is like forcing me to talk a lot. I don't know what it is. That's right, I do talk a lot. Don't think I used to. I think it's probably because all the time I spend around Shizu and Misha, talking with them. I get caught up in all their circular logic and just how they do everything. I feel like I'm going to be drowned out or left behind. My sister can drown you out? It's not like she's literally talking over me and stuff. And obviously it's hard to explain. They have more energy than I do. It's like an aggressiveness. I don't feel like I have to match it, but I want to. I think maybe your sister has that effect on people. Do you look up to your sister? He says to me blankly, tense and confused as to how to react to the question. I will be better than Shizune. Okay then. Better at what? At everything. Like what? I can do magic tricks.
You mean like telling people you got their nose, or more like the kind of magic where you pull a rabbit out of your ass? Sorry if I'm a little quiet. He doesn't look happy. Someday I will see Hideaki laugh. I might just try tickling him, if I have to. The back door flies open and Jigoro strides out of it, keeping his back straight and taking giant, slow, ego strides, like either a king or a huge jackass. I try to turn away using the train of logic that if I can't see him, he can't see me. They can't see me. I can't see them. That's because you're facing the rock. Oh. Had to get a red versus blue reference in there somewhere. Unfortunately, it doesn't pan out, and he comes over so fast, it's like he appeared out of the air over my shoulder. Oh ho, what's up here? What are you two doing? Flinging your hands around? Playing cat's cradle like a bunch of girls? Bunch of pussy, bitch, baby boys, huh? You little bitch. Teaching Hideaki some sign language. What about you, Mr. Hakamichi? He notices I suspiciously if he's not used to people being polite to him. I'm writing autobiography of my life and times. By writing, I mean I'm dictating it to my biographer. Fortunately, she's running late. I'm professional. Perhaps you should read it. When it is published later this year, I could put you on the waiting list. Maybe we'll give you the moral compass you seem to lack in your life, and inspire you to stop sucking. What? It can't be the same for him to be so casually insulting everyone. Though, Hideaki is likely to detach Himeno's. Maybe this is why he likes it when Misha talks to the other ones, because he's a dick. Just to even notice, Shizune is deaf, and most of the insults must fly over Misha's head. Surely Akira must have an opinion on this. Try to think about it. If he's doing this to psych me out, then I have to stay calm or he wins. He must absolutely, definitely not win. This must be how Shizune feels. How old are you? 46. So I guess we're going to assume that all the girls are 18. Shizune's... Oh, wow, that's surprising. Also, I will be sucking his sweet boy. Oh, yeah, I'm actually kind of... Shizune is like... Her birthday is like 4 days away from mine. Her birthday is May 6th, and I'm May 2nd. They're both Tauruses. Aw, that's... I like that. And Shizune and Misha's is November 1st, which is like a day away from my friend's November 2nd. It doesn't seem old enough to justify writing a biography. I mean, that's not even old. Don't most people start writing their memoirs a lot later than that? You're Leo? Yeah. Leo is what? I forgot. Shut up, boy. I'm going to give you advice. Do not talk about matters of age with people older than you. You are less than half my age. You have no right to talk about old. I have an ulcer older than you. He should get that checked out. He might have a point, though. He's definitely older than I am. Either way, if we are the same age, I wouldn't have to explain myself to you. Sweater vest. August. Okay. Let's see, Emmy's is March 14th. Hanako's is July 10th. Lily's is February 7th. Rin's is March 13th. Oh, wow, so... Oh, they have really close birthdays, her and Emmy. Huh, I guess that's what it's probably what they started out with. As, like, friends. That's how they started out. Ugh. Ugh. Why do you make that noise? Are you mad? Well, obviously good. Your sweater is terrible, and I want you to feel bad about it. The burn tells me it's working. I like my sweater. I'm sure you like huffing glue, too. That doesn't make it right. Why do you... Well, it's also not right to carry around a sword all the fucking time. Are you gonna go play PUBG? Alright, enjoy it, Deathwave. I'm probably gonna be stopping eventually anyway. I don't have a clue. Where'd you get that impression? Where'd you get your impression I do? That is slander. I think he knows what slander is. Maybe Zero is a lawyer. I sort of see that, although not only TV lawyers were this antagonistic. I don't know if I should take the chance and ask if that's his job. He's right, it is slander. Are you a lawyer? I was guessing, I guess based on the fact that you are stupid. It's like how you're assuming I am a lawyer, except you have no reason to think that. If you want to know what I do so badly, why don't you pre-order my autobiography? My dad, why my dad, why'd he close the door? Brady's out there. Brady, come on in, my buddy. Come in. I forgot what voice I was gonna give Hideaki. What voice was I gonna give him? Shit. Whatever. Now you are insulting my book, and by extension, my entire life. What gives you the right to do that? Arrogant. I'm trying to think of how I could make you understand my struggle. Maybe by beating you with my autobiography. Is this guy a joke? I hope you walk away from the beating having learned a valuable lesson, like not making assumptions. Well, you're making assumptions that You're making assumptions that I huff glue. Assault. We made an assumption too that I have. My boy! I actually call him out on this glaring example of hypocrisy, but I don't think it's worth it. He would probably explain his way out of it by saying, "Shut up, boy." Back in my day, children were seen and not heard, and to be an adult meant having experienced many hardships. With even a glance, people could instantly judge a man's character. Childhood exists only to temper you for adulthood. When you look at me, can you not see the catalog of my experiences, even at a glance? Maybe. Were you a sword fighter? You could also be Hawaiian, and a werewolf. Wait, did you tell me before not to make assumptions? I just want to check something. There, okay. Now you just asked me to assume stuff, and you're saying everyone when you were my age did it. And that had to be in like the 80s. That wasn't even that long ago. I had to give him a piece of my mind for talking like he had to walk 15 miles in the snow to ride a coal train. That he had to shovel coal into himself before climbing up a mountain while fighting ogres to get to school. Now that I finally want to fight, Jiro's happy to have a good thing going, just continuing to ramble about how difficult it was growing up one generation ago. Treating a sword like a baton and stopping occasionally to yawn or check the time. The tiredness of his autobiographer is still foremost in his mind. That means the whole time he's been insulting me, he must have just been doing it to pass the time. To add insult to insult, his watch is also really nice. When I was your age, kids have responsibilities, not like today. Sickening. No one thinks about the consequences of their actions anymore. They just do whatever they want, thinking no one will hold them accountable since they are young. It's odd, that description could fit Shizune and Misha. I thought something similar only yesterday. It only fits them slightly. Look at yourself, an amoral, directionless, delinquent glue huffer, with a complete lack of etiquette and absolutely no fashion sense. You are tomorrow's Japan. Disgraceful. Is this the future of this once great country? Rape of Nanking. Just, who said that? Whoa. I know someone you would get along well with. Kenji? Muto? I don't know. Maybe, probably Kenji, actually. Don't interrupt. Who? One of your friends? Why would I want to talk to some awful teenager? Have you ever even been listening? Why are you so rude, boy? Your attitude is not one that will make you a lot of friends. I wish you would stop giving me so much advice. Or at least, I wish you would give me advice that he would have the decency to adhere to himself. Where have you been? Huh? Not you, idiot! Oh god. Oops. Oh, hey, didn't notice you there. She smiles and gives a short wave. Her rival made Jiro start talking, so I'm already happy to see her for that reason alone. Also because she's got sweet.
You should have decided to go into town again. So, I noticed you were looking at some clothes yesterday in the store window, and I thought I would go back and buy some of them for you. It's supposed to be a surprise, though. She looked annoyed that the surprise is ruined, even though she ruined it herself. Here you go. Thanks. Misha wanted to cut her hair. I told her not to, but she said it was too hot for the summer. Yeah, I don't know. That makes a lot of sense to me. There's like an oven under there. I want to see it. Where's Misha anyway? Over here. Hi, Chan. Hi, Mr. Chan's father. Hi, Hideaki. Hey, there it is. She looks cute. Misha runs around once in a wide circle before stopping next to Sune. For the first time, she hasn't put her hands over my eyes, although now I see she has bags of her own to carry. So it's not like she could have even if she wanted to, though I'm positive she's tried before. Her meticulously styled curls are gone now in favor of a much shorter, sportier look. Misha looks even happier than usual, probably because she knows she won't have to wake up at the crack of dawn every morning just to do her hair. What is that haircut? You look like an intern. Your old haircut immediately made you look like you were wearing a pink judge wig. Judge the intern is a huge demotion. Boy! I guess I should just give Hisao the name of H. I don't know what insult is. Tell him not to insult my friends. Don't insult my friends. Which one of you is talking? Both of us. I agree with her. Hey, what do you think, Hichan? Should have kept it like it was. Oh, Hichan, you look disappointed. You don't like it either? Oh yeah, I'll kind of admit I like the old haircut more, but I think this one is nice too. It suits you. Oh, thanks, Hichan. Touching. If you like it so much, maybe you two should trade. And I thought you were going to be cool. You can't trade a haircut. What a shame. Even a old haircut would suit you much more than your current slacker haircut. Awful. As for you... Actually, this is much less scarce than your haircut. I like it. Really? Thanks, Mr. Shizune's dad. It's Mr. Akimichi. Talk like a normal person. Don't be mean to Misha. Or Shizune. Or me. Or Hideaki. Don't be mean. I understand. Okay. I'll call you Mr. Hakimichi. I guess I'm speaking to a slight whistle. Contemptible. Where's my biographer? Hideaki? Starts quietly muttering himself and walks off. I guess a wannabe cranky old man like Jiro. We would at the very least be hesitant to yell at girls. Suddenly, he doubles back, unable to resist the urge to have the last word. Another thing, you don't have to be so loud. I do not like being shouted at. What? Shouting? I'm not shouting. Can't think of anyone more unqualified to talk about what's garish or to chastise someone without shouting at people. It's like a parade of hypocrisies, and the hits just keep coming. An unusual reaction seems to be taking place. Misha really finds Jigoro funny and laughs pretty much every time he says something, which only makes him berate her harder. I guess this is what they call a vicious circle. Misha's voice is punctuated with explosions of laughter and seems to come from everywhere. On the other hand, Jigoro is booming and directed like a cannon. In any case, they are both unbelievably loud. The more they talk to each other, the more they seem to play off each other's volume and get louder. Oh, my ears hurt. Why are you shouting? I'm not gonna Why are you shouting? Shooting his hands wrapped in my eyes from behind, something I'm so used to Misha doing for the first time I find myself confused by it since Misha is in front of me. She lets go and holds her finger up to her lips. Boys! It's time! I had that curry face ready. What a perfect distraction. Now's our opportunity. Let's sneak off. Why'd you have to sneak off? Why not just walk off? It wouldn't be as fun. Decide, it's a secret mission. Escape without being taken. Extract Jackie for bonus points. Alrighty, she has simplified the situation to a game. She then quietly slides away from the scene and begins edging her task. I walk towards it normally.
Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Hold up. We in it, boys! I can't find Shizune at first, but eventually she walks to the main part of the house, sipping a glass of ice water and dangling her glasses back and forth from her free hand. She rips them on as soon as she sees me. Aw, I want to see you without the glasses. You didn't rescue Hidaki. That means you don't get the bonus points. If you're also being graded on style, that's the district points for being for boring escape. How'd she say that in sign language? I guess she'd be like, boring. Looks like you wanted to talk to me. I didn't know I had to be stylish about it. You know, some say that the most stylish people are the ones who don't try too hard to look cool. You're really cool. I wonder how I can pick up on her sarcasm so easily. How hard it might have been for her to learn the concept of sarcasm without being able to hear. I can't imagine it. You seem like you're in a good mood. Although I guess it isn't really a good mood. It's more like she seems very excited. I'm in a bad mood. Setting a drink down, she sits down on the couch. I like the regular hairstyle so much more. It looks so pretty. It was refined and meticulous. Now she looks so too sporty and tomboyish. I wouldn't call me so refined and meticulous. That sounds more like you. You should give it a chance. Grow your... make it look like drills. Actually, maybe this suits you just fine. She rubs the frames of her glasses roughly, looking annoyed at the implications behind what I just signed her. That's fine, because I was totally implying that. She moves a little closer to me when I take a seat. Aw. I am a tomboy? Well, no one ever called you tomboy, based on appearances. She's even glares at me, unamused. I have to fight to keep a straight face. Maybe you should straight haircuts anyway. I don't know if she would look good with that haircut. I don't know if it would fit her. I think it fits Misha much better. You sound like my father. It's true. Shizune giggles nervously when she sees my displeasure at the realization. Jump to her feet. She twirls an invisible sword at a time while standing up militarily straight and grimacing. A terrifyingly accurate impression. Anyway, I don't take advice from anyone who wears a blue shirt with brown pants. Where's your sense of color coordination? Dreadful. I'm changing my haircut. That might be fun. Wouldn't it be? I want to see how everyone will react. I'm sure you'd like playing with people. Sometimes I think a little too much. No answer. The way she fizzles with gases barefoot tells me that it's because she can't. It's fun. Hold on. Okay. Then, with more confidence while pulling yourself closer to me, it's fun to drag more and more people into my life. Oh, I see. I wonder if I included that number. I want to ask, but I'm not even sure how I would. Cindy wags a finger preemptively, indicating that she won't be answering such a question anyway. She reaches for her glass, but doesn't seem to realize how far she's managed to inch away from it all this time. To prevent herself from too over clumsily, Cindy tries to grab onto me and ends up pulling me on top of her. We're in it, boys! Oh, wait. Hold up. Cock tease. Sorry. There, that's good. Hold on, let me, What page was it even on? I'll just put on this page. Okay. We in it, boys! As I lean over, I can feel the heat coming off her body and realize how close we are. I can hear soft breathing and the slight rustling of her clothes as she momentarily fidgets about. Blush starts to creep into her. Is it? It is! You guys don't look pleased to be like this. A blush starts to creep into her cheeks, but her eyes stare straight into mine, dark and unblinking. Same look from the first time I saw her, piercing and devoid of any clear emotions. Just waiting to see what will happen next, like the eyes of a cat. It makes me feel uncomfortable, being looked at in such a way. It's the first time I've been so close to her for an extended period of time. And the mood is different now. The situation isn't the same as a passing touching of hands or her and Misha's usual games. She's using fingers weaved together tentatively, but she makes no move to sign. The look in her eyes isn't just nothing, like I thought. It's more like expectation. I wonder, maybe I've been following a string of her expectations this entire time. Her grabbing me by the shoulders and then gently but firmly pushing me off of her, I roll sideways onto the soft couch and pull myself into a sitting position less than a foot from her. The way I feel, she might as well have thrown me in 10 yards. Guess we're not in it, boys. Think about it, this is perhaps one of the biggest drawbacks to sign language. Sunita said that the fact that you have to sign your words out with your hands means you have time to reflect on what you say before you say it. On the other hand, it also means that what would normally just be an awkward silence becomes an insurmountable wall. I just blur out something, anything, to try and dispel the tension I'm feeling right now, if I could, but I can't. Ordinarily, I think... Hold on, I want to check something. Oh yeah, I should probably also check messages. Sorry. Yeah, also, we will be doing the show tonight. Ordinarily, I think that in order to apologize, maybe leave, but right now, I wonder if that's even applicable. I can't get past how guilty such an action would seem, like I were just sinking away. Of course, it's not like I could just play it off like nothing happened, either. That would just be insulting to both of us. So as much as I don't want to, I apologize quickly. So quickly I forget to sign it, then I go back to my room. Sighing, I let myself fly back in bed. I wish I could just go to sleep right now, but I feel wide awake. I don't remember closing my door. I sit up when I hear the door closing and open my eyes. She's going to sit in the chair in front of me. She has a question that goes right over my head due to my surprise. It's not a feeling I'm good at concealing. I don't think it's what she intended. Whatever she was saying, she backs off and doesn't attempt to sign again for a while. This is the first time I've been in your room. She only tense her fingers and puts on an exaggerated attempt to make herself look embarrassed and modest at the thought. I can't appreciate the joke. Just the fact that she's here has me feeling a bit scattered. Very funny. It isn't even my room, it's her guest room. Besides, Jimmy should have barged into my room once before. It seems as if she expects me to say more. I remember feeling very panicked when they burst into her room, afraid of what conclusions they would jump to seeing the wall of pills lying in the place. I don't think that she's any remembers, though. It made you nervous. The way she says it so factually stings me. She says it. A lot of things make me nervous. You're one of them. Because you're overeager to always get people involved in whatever you're doing. Whether it's joining the student council or even taking a break, whether they want to or not. Sounds almost at a crawl, her hands pausing my sentence far too much, causing the words to dissipate formlessly before I can even begin to try and understand them. I try not to let on that this is the case. It seems to work, but she looks a little sad, and I regret that I have nothing to say to snap her from the strangely wistful and distant expression she's wearing. All I can do is wait for her to come out of it. You're right. I want to drag everyone into my life, but lately, I'm no longer sure if it's the right thing to do. I enjoyed you taking me to your favorite restaurant the other night. Why didn't we get to see that? It's not like that was my favorite restaurant. I have others I like. I might even be able to rank them by number. Really? I want to sit on the bed. Rush her to go ahead. I wait for her to get off the chair and make her face when she does. Although I didn't intend for it to be, she finds it amusing. Close your eyes. We in it, boys? It's a surprise. Sigh to humor and close them. I can feel her leaning over me, and suddenly something soft and moist touches my lips. My body senses up in surprise. Fortunately, not as awkward a reaction as I could have made. It was just a quick peck, and I almost think that's the end of it. But then she kisses me again, more deeply this time. Her hands sliding onto her hands slide into my shoulders, up to my neck, and then back down again. Then across my shoulders and down my arms. I can feel the weight of her body on my legs, and the eroticism of the situation isn't lost on me. At this point, I'm ready to try and open my eyes just a crack, but as if expecting it, she puts her fingers on my eyelids. Seconds later, something ties my hands together at the wrists. And I panic. Wait, what the fuck is going on? I panic, not knowing what to make of this. My first thought is to ask Shizune what she's thinking, even though she can't hear me. I'm sure she gets the gist of it. She won't let go of my hands, tracing her fingers over them, from the lines of my palms over my knuckles into my wrists. Are we not on the bed anymore? I thought we were on the bed. Hey, what are you doing? What's this? Ooh, woo, what's this? Or of course, my hands are tied behind my back. I might as well be gagged. A part of me can't help but think that this is what she intended. So reading my thoughts, a mischievous expression lights up her face, but her blushing doesn't fade. In fact, just gonna keep this over here or something. It only deepens when our eyes meet. Embarrassed, she leans deeper into our partial embrace, hiding her face by burying it in my shoulder and neck. Her hair is soft and tickles me. I let her laugh, knowing that she won't hear me, won't be offended. Oh, baby boy! Spicy! That's just their way of censoring because, you know, it's Twitch and all. I can't have that happening. Wait, what'd she do? I'm very curious. That's usually what's used to censor a, usually erotic scene. And, you know, because Twitch and all, I can't have that shit on here. But, anyway. I don't know what she just did. I know she's wearing a skirt, but, I mean, did you just straight up fuck? Thank you for your service. Afterwards, I listen to the sound of my heartbeat slowing down to it reaches its normal rhythm. I listen to the sound of Shizune's breathing as it does the same. Her glasses are slightly askew, and this is the first time she isn't messing around with them in some way. I want to straighten them for her, but the second I try, I'm reminded that I can't. Shizune seems to have forgotten it as well. Instead of getting up, she presses herself against me in the chair to extend her reach. It's almost as if this is the only position she can think of to untie my hands from. That is what I think as I feel her unbinding my wrists. I don't know if this is... I'm not sure I'd count this as rape, though. I know it's kind of an abrupt thing to say, but I mean, like... It's not like he's saying no. And again, yeah, but things... Seems like he wants it. That's not a horrible thing to say. Whatever. However, she doesn't get off me. Her fingers gently stroke against mine, occasionally bending inwards to run over my palms. It's funny, but I feel more connected to Shizune. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Milkshake cookies. Like number 4. Shizune stays pressed against me like this for some time. It's a little uncomfortable, but it makes me feel happy, as if I could say like this for hours. So, are my pants down? Like, what'd she do? And so we stayed like that for the whole day. The days since then have passed so quickly that time seems to slip through my fingers like water. Every time I've tried to talk with Shizune, she has been out running errands with Misha. I feel like as if she's avoiding me. I'm not surprised. Of course it bothers me, but I think the way she's acting seems pretty natural. Then again, it's not like I've been through this before. Oh yeah, forgot to say, Misha's wearing that shirt. And she got a haircut. Whenever I can't find Shizune, I end up running into Misha, and when I do, I ask her to help me with my signing. However, she always ends up scoring out of it. We're leaving after today, so I'm determined not to let her escape this time. Once we head back to school, we're probably going to have to start grinding through more student council affairs in preparation for school restarting. I want to brush up on my signing as much as possible by then, even if it's a day's worth. Or we could just grind. Come on, it's pretty much just having a couple sign language conversations. You do that all the time. Actually, you're doing it right now. Really, Jan? That's funny. Misha temporarily stops her unconscious signing in order to wave her hands in front of her face in denial, but then quickly resumes gesturing everything the both of us are saying to no one in particular. Ichan, you're so persistent. Suddenly being interested in sign language again? Could be that Hichan wants to make a career out of it? That's not fair. That was my idea first. That's not what I mean. Listen, if I'm gonna be tied down in a chair, fucking Shichan, then I'm gonna need to learn more sign language. Like, for example, what's the sign for clitoris? give me the Japanese sign language sign for suck. You know which one. You should be careful, John. Times change too quickly. By the time I decided I don't want to be a sign language over, they had cell phones that people could type out whole paragraphs on. Amazing. Not very good for me, though. This she knows that no deferral isn't going to cut it this time. Misha changes her tune pretty quickly to a more apologetic one. Sorry, Chan, I'm just so tired. Especially lately, even though being with Chan is fun, she has way more energy than me. Teaching on top of that would be too tiring. I don't have that much stamina, sorry. Maybe you should upgrade your endurance to 35 if you want your quality build to be any good. The only thing you need to learn in any language is, yes, it's suck. Well, I mean, me and the other guys, like all of us together as that trap character in VR chat, we seem to have been capable of conversating with just saying that. Doesn't seem very tired, shouting the statement with her usual cheer and vigor. I know it's wrong of me to keep pestering me like this, though. Actually, she and I were planning on going shopping today. It's our last chance to pick up some souvenirs. Serious, huh? I must have forgot that I was on vacation. I understand what you're saying. Teaching doesn't seem so easy. Hideaki asked me to teach him how to sign, and I was unbelievably lost the whole time. Friends were made. Well, I wonder how it'll work out for you when you become a sign language teacher. You can't get tired too easily doing that. Yeah, right. I hope not. Hey, Chan, now I'm kind of worried, but souvenirs, so some other time, hey, Chan. Do you want to see something too? Why can't I just come with you? Just because I understand doesn't mean I don't want her to teach me. I suppose I can't press her any further now. Though. Even I'm bothered by how selfish it would seem to do so. I should probably just... It wasn't gonna happen. I have the Kirby face on the side just in case someone pulls their tits out, because they don't block out the tits. Selfish it would seem to do so. I give up. No, don't get me anything. Don't get me anything. I'm serious. Doesn't surprise me with a... Don't surprise me with a funny shirt or something, okay? As soon as my other host of the show I'm going to be doing today is online and ready to go, I'll be ending the stream. I don't like the sound of that. She yells goodbye to the other empty house and opens the door. to leave, letting a cool breath of fresh air into the hallway. A tuft of dark hair peeking from the door. Fran tells me she's waiting for her outside. Good morning. I guess that'd be, you know. He just transfers me from beyond the doorway, and she turns around to give me a small wave. Even though it's different from usual offhand greetings in the smallest ways, there's an unmistakable hesitation there. Leaves me with a vaguely empty and distant feeling. Does she not like that? What'd she even do to me? Hey, John, you're up early. Am I interrupting conversation? I was trying to get Misha to teach me how to talk to you, but I guess I was being impatient, and it can wait. You two were planning on going shopping today anyway. Having Misha there, I forgot to sign my words as I say them. Unfortunately, since Junie moved to fill the doorway, Misha's behind her. This brief misalignment in our position means that what I'm saying is totally lost on her. I don't understand you at all. There are things I want to say that I can't put in a way she would understand, and there are entire conversations that she could have that would go right over my head. I want to tell her now that I won't be that way for much longer. What I want to tell her is, give me the suck. Instead, I just say never mind and tell them to have a good time, then wave them off. Since everyone's out for the day, so I sit down on the biggest and most comfortable looking chair in the living room with a book. Not a sign language book, but one of the novels I checked out at the library my first week. That's probably not the chair you should be sitting in. That's probably the dad's chair, man. That was so long ago. I should really start chipping at the pile of books I borrowed, or at least return them. Oh god, he's back! Shit! Hey you, don't you want to read my autobiography? No, sir, no! 16 pages and Jigoro walks into the room, a stack of papers one end, and his sword twirling idly like a baton in the other, casually shaking water from a recent shower from his hair. Upon being seen doing something so ungentlemanly, he freezes like a deer in the headlights and slowly moves on to smoldering and with powerful but baseless fury as he sits down on the couch a few feet away. This is only the third time I've met him, and I'm already starting to feel nauseous on reaction. I guess in a way, this could be considered a kind of charisma. Have you even said anything, and he already seems less than pleased. It's likely a bad idea to provoke him, and just talking to him may count as provoking him. However, I can't help thinking of the alternative situation that could play out. Let's say I don't open my mouth at all and walk away, maybe to go read in my room or outside. That would definitely go down as an unforgivable insult. He would probably tell me to hold it and destroy me. Either way, not too polite on my part. What are you reading? The draft for my autobiography. He's 46, by the way. Wait, so if he's 46, hold on, let me do the math. Shizune would have... Whatever. Shizune would have to be 18, or else this would be kind of illegal. So, also they're student council, so obviously they would be 18 at least. So that would make... Let's see, 40... It was 46. I'm just gonna... I hate math. 46 minus 18. He was 28. Okay. Doing the math. Quick math. Anyway, yeah, Amy, did you enjoy your time at that barbecue? Amy is the person in my chat. The draft is the story of a man who wakes up to find an uninvited guest in his living room, sitting in his chair and reading shallow literary dreck. I barely started reading the book. I don't even have an opinion on it yet. I can already see how this conversation is going to play out, so I might as well try to steer it in a different direction. Where's Hideaki? You even ask questions rudely. Disgraceful. That aside, why would you even ask me such a stupid question? How would I know? Am I my son's keeper? You're his father? Well, you are his dad, and it seems like he does live here, so... But I guess I can't say that, tempting as it is. I give up. I already tried to make salt because I haven't failed. It's like trying to talk to a brick wall that also hates you. That is my cue to leave and sift through my wallet to see if I have enough money to go to a movie. So at the stand, I have second thoughts. I'm too tired to go through trying to smooth over my problematic situations by trying to continuously walk away from them. It's hypocritical of me to get upset at Misha for trying to defer things when I even run from my own girlfriend. When Jigoro attempts to stop me, I'm almost glad, even though I no longer have any intention to leave. Wait! He says it with plenty of authority, but nothing else, as if it's just a particularly Hold on, sorry. A particularly commanding afterthought. Only a very powerful or very arrogant person can tell someone to hold on in such a manner. I'm sort of impressed. You are in the student council with Shizune, aren't you? What is your job there? I don't know, whatever she tells me to do. I don't think there are specific roles other than the president. Shizune is always trying to round people up to help out here and there. Usually you might get like one person to pitch in, but otherwise the three of us do whatever needs to be done. It's crossed my mind a couple of times around when I first met her that Shizune's disquietly analytical stare might be because of her deafness. But it turns out it's a trait shared by everyone else in her family. And that is okay with you? Yeah? I mean... I get to hang out with 2 cute girls! Sorry. Why wouldn't it be? You, Shizune, and that pink-haired girl? Is that really your entire student council? With student council, that's all. They wouldn't even bother holding elections. I'm going to take a guess and say that you didn't join the student council. Shizune drafted you into it. You said you do not know exactly what your title is. That makes sense. I suppose if you weren't even elected, you couldn't be expected to know. After all, if you're not elected, you aren't really anything. No one's going to respect the student council like that. An unelected body of 3 people trying to scrounge up the equivalent of temp workers? It must be a sorry school if 3 kids having tea party can handle every issue. What's how small it is have anything to do with it? If the student council gets things done, isn't that enough? It's not just a game either. Maybe you should actually come to the school one day. If you get there on the right days, you might even be able to see what Shizune is able to accomplish. Do you think that I have so much free time that I can afford to waltz over to your boondocks and watch my daughter's feats of self-aggrandizement? I have never been more disgusted in my life. Man, Emmy's mother is like... I love Emmy's mother. Not your actual mother. Milk, Chip. The other Emmy in this game. Like, Emmy's mother is so nice. Holy shit, this guy's such a dick. But he's so cool! What you're saying is they might as well not have a student council, but the fact remains there is one. And she's only got elected to it. And for her, it isn't a meaningless position. In fact, she works very hard for it. You sound like someone who voted for her. No, I wasn't there for that. You didn't even vote for her. Well, besides that, why don't you ask Hideaki about this? Shizune has wanted to be a high school student council president since middle school. I'm so sorry. She would have him read all her practice speeches, wasting his time. For what reason? This whole time, he hasn't even looked up from thumbing through his manuscripts. It's getting increasingly frustrating. Because it isn't a game. We don't run the school, but it's not like we're just playing at it and not taking it seriously. I wonder if it's so wrong to not be a purist. I've been to your school. Really. The students there. I can already think about a million things he might say, and I'm preparing for my heart to sink on hearing any of them. It's funny. There are probably things I thought before. They don't even have cleaning duty. That was not what I was expected, at all. He's also wrong. They do. I should know. I get to skip out on it since I'm in student council. The concept of being wrong confuses Jigoro. I should take this opportunity to go on the attack. It's really odd that I am thinking this way about a simple conversation. It sounds like the last time you were there was really some time ago. If you can leisurely write some memoirs, you can talk to Shizune now and then. Don't you think that she has stuff she's proud of? That's how young people are. We have things to be proud of. If you're writing an autobiography, you should get that. Such an opportunity, and I blew it. I don't know how I was expecting him to react. Maybe introspectively, but Jiro only grows angry by the second. Yet, as he does, he also seems calmer in a way. More sure of himself and in control. Who do you think you are to assume that my life is so easy? You haven't even read you haven't even read my biography. Maybe you should pre-order it. Motherfucker. You're able to tell me how I should handle all my affairs, including dealing with my own daughter? You can never understand. Even if I were to get up from this couch, walk over to you right now, and punch you in the forehead with brass knuckles with a condensed edition of my life story on them, leaving my biography imprinted in your face, you would not understand. For 12 years, Shizune did not even talk to me, even though I hired multiple tutors and interpreters of all sorts for her to try and get her to become normal. Oh, dude! It isn't as simple as you think it is. He is one of those parents. You guys don't know, I talked about it earlier in the stream. There are some parents who just try, even when they find out they have a deaf child, they usually try and just install them with a hearing aid or make it so that they don't have to put work into being able to communicate with their deaf child, which is horrible. It isn't as simple as you think it is. If she does not want to barter with me, then fine, I assume that is normal. When was the last time you talked to your parents? It's been a while, and I feel ashamed, more so that he caught me than at how easily I could have dropped my parents a phone call or sent them an email, or even a letter, and haven't. This knowledge only makes me feel more ashamed. I thought so. If I wanted to see my parents, I couldn't. This is different. You aren't that far from her. It's one train ride away. That's enough. No means no. You are very persistent. If only it was about something that mattered. Why aren't you getting mad that you just called your girlfriend abnormal? I can't see what you may have learned from my daughter aside from that and how to backtalk people. Is that it? The answer is yes. I wasn't persistent or argumentative before meeting Shizune and Misha. After all, prior to meeting them... Why is he getting... Okay. I just experienced a small death. It's a mystery as to why I refused to join the student council in the first place. My dad's coming over dinner. Possibly it was from trying to get away from their nagging so much that I was able to get my energy back. It's a cute idea. Think again about why I'm still here. Arguing with Jiro is pointless. Yeah, I think I almost look forward to it. And he's right, I cannot understand him. Even if I did, he wouldn't care. I'm a louse that crawls on a whale. Wholly insignificant. He has a confidence that I don't have. Shizune does, and it could be that the reason why I'm here now, in almost shouting match with their father, is because some of that bravery has rubbed off onto me. However, I don't have anything to keep it going. Still, I hate him. I don't know what I can do. A few months ago, I think I would have punched him and let the consequences play out as they may. But now I can't risk it. If he were to hit me back, he'd likely kill me. So in the end, the only thing I do is look at Jiro in silence, knowing that I have no reply and hate him, and feel completely at a loss. Oddly, he takes it as defiance. Fine then. Have fun with that. Picking up a sword and using it to pull himself to his feet, he turns and casually saunters out of the room. I want to throw my book after him, but I'm happy to finally be alone, even if I'm not in the mood to read any longer. Shit! Alright, well. Alright, yeah. Should probably end the stream here, because I do have a show to do. Yeah. So I might do more of this tomorrow. I know I gotta get a lot of. I have some schoolwork to do, so tomorrow is probably gonna be a schoolwork day. So, oh wait, oh yeah, I did. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So, I just really do not like that dad. That is a horrible dad. I hate him. I just want Misawa to fucking yell at him. Goddamn. I would have been so angry. I would have been livid if he called my girlfriend abnormal, even if it's his daughter. Anyway, so any of you who are still here, stick around for a few minutes, because I'm gonna wait for the stream on YouTube to cut off so that it can be its own separate thing, so that I can transition over to the show format once that is norm. Hey, Normie. Basically, yeah, Shizune's fun. Yeah, whatever. I'll explain it in the show. The show next up. Like, well, don't worry. So I'm gonna stop streaming here and then get the show ready. Just stick around. Give it like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So yeah, until then, I will see you guys in a bit. Bye.